Learn more. Member FDIC. All accounts subject to approval. Restrictions apply.
The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, maintenance technicians, millwrights, project managers, and more. Learn while you earn with free on-the-job training through Lexicon University. Competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, an on-site health clinic, annual bonus program, and more. Check out lexicon-inc.com/football and join us as we build America one project at a time.
No matter where you are from, a big city, a small town, or somewhere in between, you'll find your place at the University of Arkansas. With a vibrant campus community, including the full Razorback and SEC experience, an unbeatable mix of academic excellence and outdoor fun, the U of A is the place to be. Learn from our world-class faculty, benefit from our record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and access resources to launch your future career. The University of Arkansas, your path starts here.
Welcome back to the Stuttgart Ricebird Coaches Show, featuring the head football coach of the Stuttgart Ricebirds, Josh Price, and presented by Sandra Brothers at Brothers Realty. Well, Coach, taking your football coach's cap off and putting on your athletic director's cap, let's talk a little bit about some of the other sports that go on in the fall, and they are winding down or they're over, one or the other.
They are all over. We had our boys golf team qualified for state, as did our girls. Bradley Benton made all-state as a sophomore and won the conference in golf. Mary Catherine Stevens and Michaela Hale qualified for state tennis. They both lost out last Monday in the first and second round. But volleyball, we had our inaugural volleyball season.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have a conference, just kind of played what we could. So next year that will be a real sport for us, be in the AAA certified conference and all that stuff. So, but yes, those are all over. And Lynn, we've been bouncing that basketball in about 3 weeks. It's crazy how fast it goes by.
We talk about that every year, no question about that. I want to mention also Mary Catherine Stevens, Michaela Hale. You talked about them, Coach. I think Stuttgart was one of only 2 schools that had more than one student earn an opportunity to play in state.
Well, that's awesome. I did not know that. Good for them.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the 8-4A conference as we're kind of starting now to get into it, Coach. The Ricebirds are alone at the top with a 6-0 overall record, but what really counts right now, and we talked about this earlier segments, is the conference record, and you got Stuttgart and Hamburg tied at the top 3-0, and Warren lurking right there at 2-1.
No doubt, we still got 2 of those better teams left on our schedule, including this good Monticello team tonight. So it's far from over. After our disappointing season last year of not making it, we're preaching to our kids. We're not talking about 10-0 conference. Win tonight. Period. That's all we're talking about. So you got to take it one game at a time, or you can get bogged down in those situations.
Monticello's kind of in a bog with 3 other teams that are all 1 and 2 in conference: Helena, DeWitt, and Crossett, and then Star City's bringing up the rear at 0 and 3. Coach, last week the Ricebirds, of course, as we talked about, doubled up the DeWitt Dragons 56-28. That was also the same score that Monticello beat Star City by. And then Helena over Crossett 48-8, and then Hamburg in a shootout over Warren 67-54. That was a football game, not a basketball game.
Yeah, they put up some numbers. I think somebody said Hamburg had the ball 11 times and scored 10 touchdowns and fumbled once, and that's the offensive summary of their game. So that's pretty impressive.
Coach, this time of year, they always kind of look back at our non-conference schedule and see what those teams have done. And last week, all 3, Lone Oak Jackrabbits, CAC Mustangs, and Malvern Leopards, all 3 put up big numbers in wins.
We'll see what we do after tonight, Lynn, but I'm getting to the point where I think we're pretty good,
yeah.
To be honest with you. You start looking at that Malvern win, a Mercy Rule win on the road, and then they've not lost since, and they're talking about playing for a conference championship over there. So that's that may be a good signature win for us by the time this year's over if we go take care of business tonight.
Yeah, last Friday night, Malvern 55-14 over Ashdown. CAC, big win over Little Rock Hall, 50-0, and then Lone Oak all over Riverview, 62-6. Lone Oak and Malvern both 4-2 on the season overall.
Yeah, I said they're both trying to get that one seed out of their conference with games still left to play against the other teams that are doing really well.
The next week, in taking a quick look at that, Coach, you'll have Warren coming to Stuttgart. That'll be the final home game of the regular season.
Senior night's already here, week 8, the earliest I've ever had it.
Golly, Star City will be at Hamburg, Monticello will be at Helen, and DeWitt will be at CrossFit again. All of that will be taking place next Friday night. Well, Coach, let's talk about our injury and illness report. We touched briefly on QT, but let's talk about some of the other situations.
QT will not be playing tonight. He's not going to dress. We're going to hold him out and try to get him well. You know, the thing about Lynn with the kids like QT and then LaDadrian Smith, he popped his shoulder out of socket a few times. We're going to hold him out as well. You just say, well, it's just one game, and that's true. But if you hold them out of this game, now they have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that we can just practice in a helmet. So you actually get a whole another week to heal up and get better and get ready for next Friday night. So you hate to hear that with those guys. Jeremiah Jackson sprained his ankle pretty well. I don't know if you saw that play that he got rolled up on that run play, but luckily it was just a sprained ankle. It looked terrible. I thought he would have been done. But so he's going to try to tough it out tonight and get taped up and play. And other than that, those two are the only two we'll be missing tonight.
Well, there you go. Well, Coach, it's time for the Petrus Auto Group keys to victory if the Ricebirds are going to be successful tonight against the Monticello Billies.
Well, going on the road tonight, Monticello wants to run the football. They're a run-heavy team. They do not want to throw the ball unless you make them. So, obviously, we've got to get them in 3rd and long. We got to win 1st and 2nd down and get their running back number 6 on the ground. Because, shocker, since the Malvern game, another week, ho-hum, another good running back.
Yeah.
They've got a really good one that can fly. He scored 2 touchdowns on us last year, I think. So, anyway, on the defensive side of the ball, they're going to try to keep everything in front of you. They're going to try to limit your big plays and make you snap the ball and drive the football, which we were able to do last year against them. So hopefully we can stay away from the penalties, stay in front of the chains and drive the football and use our run game to get a good road victory.
There you go. That's the Petrus Auto Group keys to victory with 3 locations, including Japco on 13th and Park Avenue. You're always a winner with Petrus Auto Group. Now, that'll do it again for this week. Coach Price, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk Ricebird football with us, and good luck tonight against the Billies.
You bet, Lynn. Thank you.
Be sure and join us again next week as we look back on tonight's game with Monticello, and we'll look forward to the conference matchup with the Warren Lumberjacks. Now, stay tuned for the Freemeier's Best Brands Ricebird pregame show live from the stadium, followed by the kickoff of tonight's game against the Monticello Billies at 7. For Ricebird head football coach Josh Price and our producer Luke Methvin, I'm Lynn Keller. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next week, so long, everyone.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
It's a great day for football. 2 rivals battling it out for a record-breaking crowd.
They're saying it's $1.5 billion.
Huh?
Wait, that's how much the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised for students since 2009. Because every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps students. They've given more than 822,000 scholarships and counting.
Okay, back to football. 2 rivals.
This is winning, folks. Playing the lottery is a win for students and maybe you too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
The EAB Sports Network presents Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 thanks to these sponsors: Ag Heritage, Baptist Health Stuttgart, Blue Seal Petroleum, Brothers Realty, Coker Hampton, Sutherland's, Durden Heating and Cooling, Express Employment, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Freemeier's Best Brands Plus, Southern Bancorp, Harry's Rapid Lube, The Katy Shack, Konechny Insurance, Lane, Max Prairie Wings, Pico Foods, Petrus Auto Group, Pearson Company, Prairie Implement Company, Producers Rice Mill, Progressive Tractor and Implement, Red River Ford Toyota, Senator Ronald Caldwell, Stedman's Ace Hardware, TechStream, U.S. Irrigation, and Wilkerson Jewelers. Now, here's voice of the Ricebirds, Lynn Keller.
You're exactly right. It's 5 miles from the school because if you put the if you put the GPS in, it's going to send you to the high school, and you're 5 miles from here. So, anyway, that's where we are tonight for this big conference matchup. And you say that it's the first time you've been here, but you're in the same box that we were in 20 years ago.
Yeah. You know, and it shows too.
Yeah, they have built a new press box over on the home side over there, and but we're still in the old one, which is on the visitor side, and I'm actually fine with that.
Yeah,
we've got Andrew Skinner with the live stream off here to our right, and we've kind of got all the room that we need here, although the windows are a little dingy to see out of, but we're going to make it work here tonight to bring you Ricebird football. We'll get started on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show, and we'll talk about the matchup tonight. We'll talk about the Billies. We'll break down the Ricebirds' big win last week as well, and we've got that and more coming up for you in 5 minutes on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and bushels. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Are you tired of leaking on yourself? Tired of those embarrassing moments? Do you have chronic sciatica? Low back pain? Are you experiencing painful intercourse? Hemorrhoids? Maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Would you like to improve your balance? And oh, the incontinence. Did you know that all of that can be resolved in as little as 3 weeks? That's right, only 28 minutes twice a week for 3 weeks. Most people notice a difference after their second session. The Emsella by BTL is so easy to use. You stay fully clothed. It's totally non-invasive, and there is 95% patient satisfaction. This is a breakthrough for incontinence and ED, and we here at the Katie Shack have made all of this relief possible for you. So why put up with those symptoms, especially now that you know that there is a cure? We have special financing available, and we have amazing affordable packaging deals. This is FDA approved and proven. Please call us at 870-873-4300 and let us help you on this journey to a better, healthier way of life.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan expenses, our trusted lenders are here to help you every step of the way. As a customer-owned financial institution, we understand that growing your business is truly our business. So why wait? Give one of our trusted lenders a call at 870-673-1558 today and take the next step toward a brighter future for your farm, ranch, or rural living needs.
Baptist Health Medical Center Stuttgart is your trusted partner in wellness. With services like cardiology, orthopedics, and women's health, we provide safe, expert care backed by Arkansas's largest and most preferred healthcare provider. Utilizing advanced technology and an emergency department staffed by highly qualified, dedicated providers, we provide the immediate care you and your family can count on when it matters most. Comprehensive services, knowledgeable caregivers, state-of-the-art technology, caring environment, Christian compassion. Trust Baptist Health. To learn more, visit baptist-health.com.
Farmers and Merchants Bank was founded in Stuttgart, Arkansas over 80 years ago on the founding principle of ensuring the hardworking folks in our communities could borrow money to run their farms and ensure their legacy could be passed on for generations to come. As we look to the future, our foundation remains firmly planted in the values that have guided us in being the bank for our customers for 80 decades: integrity, community, and trust. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner every season, every harvest. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TechStream High-Speed Internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream High-Speed Internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lone Oak, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit techstream.net.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let Brothers Realty handle the hard work for you. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, Sandra Brothers and her team will walk you through the process, step by step. Visit their new location at 2006 South Main Street in Stuttgart, or browse listings online at brothers-realty.com. Call 870-659-4218 and connect with them on Facebook and Instagram. Brothers Realty, making moves stress-free in Southeast Arkansas.
At Blue Seal Petroleum, serving you is their privilege. Blue Seal extends a heartfelt thank you to their valued customers across Arkansas and surrounding counties. Your trust in Blue Seal for your fuel, tire, and service needs is truly appreciated. It's your loyalty that has fueled their commitment to excellence for over 80 years. From the entire team at Blue Seal Petroleum, thank you for choosing them. They're here for you always. When you need them, call Blue Seal in DeWitt at 870-946-2281. And for Stuttgart, call 870-673-3126.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
And we welcome you to Hyatt Field in Monticello, site of tonight's 8-4A conference matchup between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Monticello Billies. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Brent Whitman, and it is homecoming here in Monticello, and the sun has just set down over the behind the stands across the way, so we can actually see the field now, and it's a beautiful field, turf field here in Monticello. Same location that they've been for a long time, but this is it's been 20 years since the Ricebirds have played in Monticello. Now, we've played them several times, but they've been playoff games. They've been in Stuttgart. And, of course, last year's first round through this conference, the Ricebirds played Monticello at home. But on the road here tonight for the first time in 20 years. We mentioned in the last segment, Brent, this is the same box that we were in 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's been here a while, but yeah, you know, it's not a bad sight line for us. We are right on the 50-yard line, right on top of the field. No track here, so there's the short sidelines, and the players will be right in front of us.
They do, and I've noticed around, particularly on the end zones, Brent, they've got padding up against the concrete curbing there. So,
they do.
Because really, if somebody gets ahead of steam into that end zone, they're not going to be able to stop before they get to that fence. So they've got a little protection there in case of that. And also, Brent, we're in a residential area.
Yes, we are.
I haven't had a chance. I was going to bet Dawson McKelvey if he could put one in the bed of that white Ford F-150 that's parked in the driveway across the street over there. But those Stuttgart residents that remember Harmon Field, you remember particularly Bill Barnett's house is one I'm thinking of. It's right across 9th Street there, and very often a good long field goal would end up or extra point would end up in his backyard.
That's right.
It's kind of that way here in Monticello, but a neat setting. They have relatively new stands. They have moved the home side over to the west side, so they don't have the sun in their eyes for the earlier games. And also they have added turf field that we mentioned as well. I can remember back, and it's more than 20 years ago, Brent, we came and the water, it rained so hard that day, and it was a grass field then, but the water was over the numbers here on the side when the game started. Now, it got better. It drained off as the night went, but I remember sitting in that Western Sizzling down on the highway, Scott Seiler and I, and you couldn't see across the street. It was raining so hard, and this was before the game. So, anyways, but it is an absolutely gorgeous night here, just a tick on the warm side, particularly where Brent and I are. We're in a box that's been heating up all day, but we're ready and excited for some Ricebird football here tonight. They're going to be taking on the Monticello Billies. Brent, they're 2-4 overall, 1-2 in conference. Coach Randy Harvey's Billies were 8-4 a year ago. They made it to the third round of the playoffs with one of their 2 conference losses coming to Stuttgart, 38-21. As a matter of fact, last year, after losing to Stuttgart in the 6th game of the season, they didn't lose again until the third round of the playoffs. Now, this season, they were preseason picked to finish third in conference behind Warren and Hamburg, based on the fact that they were returning 9 starters on offense and 5 on defense. Now, they've had some struggles. They've had some bad luck to start the season, but like last year, they look to finish strong starting tonight with homecoming. Let's take a look at the Billies' schedule and their results so far. They opened the season at home and lost to Fordyce, second year in a row. This one was 46-18. Of course, that, I think, is a bitter rivalry there.
Yes, it is, and kind of a shocking score there, but I understand that Monticello had quite a few turnovers in that game.
Exactly. The next week, they were still on the road. They traveled to Bauxite, lost a heartbreaker there, 38-36. Came back for their home opener, the last game of the non-conference season. They beat Dumas at home, 39-8, and then they went to Hamburg and lost 55-20, and Hamburg has kind of established themselves as kind of the big man on campus.
Yes, they have so far this year. Yeah, in the conference, I think they're averaging 59 points a game. Now, their defense is giving up about 30, but when you score 59, I guess you can afford to give up some points.
Brent, I think the heartbreak of the year so far for the Monticello Billies, though, came the very next week at home as they were hosting Warren, and they led for all but just a minute and a half of that ball game.
Yeah, that is just another one of those games where Warren finds a way to win it.
Yeah, we talked about that as you were watching the scoring updates on that at that time. Then they traveled to Star City last week and got a big win, 56-28. Now, the rest of their schedule looks like this. Of course, they've got Stuttgart at home tonight. They travel to Helena next week. Then they come back home for CrossIt, and then they travel to DeWitt to close out the regular season. Now, let's talk about their team a little bit, Brent. Taking the snaps tonight should be number 8, Jackson Hines. The 5'8", 165-pound senior worked at running back and receiver a year ago, which makes him a dual-threat quarterback. Now, he scored a 4-yard touchdown out of the Wildcat formation against Stuttgart last season, which was his only carry of the night, oddly enough. Junior all-conference running back number 6, Joseph Acelist, 5'9", 185 pounds, had 206 carries for 1,403 yards and 11 touchdowns last season as a sophomore. Now, against the Birds a year ago, he had 6 carries for 74 yards and also 2 receptions for 32 yards, so all-purpose yards over 100 yards for Acelist last year against the Ricebirds.
Yeah, the quarterback and the running back there, Hines and Acelist, and I'm sure that you're going to get to Jackson Ross here in a minute.
Yes.
They are their top 3, and they are pretty much the whole offense for the Billies.
You're exactly right. And at receiver, let's look at senior number 1, Jaden Rhodes, 5'7", 140 pounds. He had 34 receptions for 542 yards and 3 touchdowns a year ago. Now, 3 of those were for 45 yards, including a 34-yard touchdown against Stuttgart last year. He also had 2 carries against the Birds for a total of 6 yards. Now, here's your number right here, number 5, Jackson Rawls. He is impressive. He's huge, 6'7", 225-pound junior. His coach said he could develop into a college prospect at tight end. Now, last season, he had 29 receptions for 369 yards and 6 touchdowns, including 2 receptions for 33 yards against the Birds and 3 receptions for 44 yards and a 2-point conversion in their big win over DeWitt that helped them gain the number 2 seed last year. Now, up front, I'm impressed with tackle number 66, Aiden Franklin. 6'3", 330-pound junior is another Billy that coach thinks is a good chance he could develop into a college prospect. Coach Price said the Billies are the best 2-4 team in the state, if you heard him on his coach's show just a few minutes ago. And this is the point of the season that they look to turn it around. Brent, this will be the 22nd meeting all-time, going back to 1949. Now, that was a year of the Birds' first state championship, and the Birds lead the series 12 games to 9. Now, ironically, just for your information, the Birds beat Monticello 49-0 in 1949, and that was the year the Rice Birds won the state championship.
There we go, 49-0, and in 49. There you go.
Undefeated season, and Coach Ned Mosley was the head coach, I think, which was the third year of his 6 or 7 year tenure as the head coach of the Stuttgart Rice Birds. But it's going to be a tall order for the Rice Birds tonight, taking care of the Monticello Billies. But, Brent, let's take a look back 1 week to the Rice Birds win over the DeWitt Dragons. Battle of Arkansas County was how it was billed, and it ended up being, sure enough, a battle. Brent, it was. Really, the game was not decided until the fourth quarter, and when the Rice Birds began to pull away. Kane Price had another good night, Brent, both passing and with his feet.
Yeah, he did. Kane was 15 out of 20, 296 yards, 5 touchdowns passing, two touchdowns rushing. So Kane accounted for 7 of the Rice Birds' touchdowns, and the Rice Birds totaled 505 yards of offense.
And still, they did a pretty decent job on their outstanding back, Corey Graham.
Yeah.
Brent, he had some receiving yards and rushing yards.
Yeah, he did. Well, he finished the game with 121 rushing yards and 81 receiving yards. But, he had 85 yards in the first quarter, I think, rushing. So the Rice Birds kind of put the clamps on him there. And yet, and that was a game that was 14-7 at halftime. And then the offenses woke up, and it was back and forth. Like you said, until the Rice Birds pulled away there in the fourth quarter and got that big 56-28 win.
They did, and, of course, it really helps the Rice Birds as they get one of – you got to consider – the big 3 opponents. You'd have to consider DeWitt, of course, was one of them. Warren is coming up as one. And Hamburg, of course, is going to be one at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But this team that the Rice Birds are going to look at tonight has got all the makings of a trap game on it for me.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Coming off that big win at home against DeWitt, a big game at home next week against Warren here, and you're coming on the road against a team that's 2-4, you might think, it's an easy win, right. But not so fast. This is a very talented team, good size on the lines, and it's going to be a tough game, I think, tonight.
No doubt about that, Brent. Let's take another break here on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Rice Bird pregame show. As we get set for the opening ceremonies here, we'll have the national anthem and the respective alma maters. The Rice Bird Marching Band is here, located down to our left. The field here in Monticello lays basically north and south. Brent and I are facing west, and off to our left to the south of us is where the Rice Bird Marching Band is sitting. So you're certainly going to be able to hear them tonight as well. Getting all set for the invocation and the I don't know if we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance or not, but we are going to have the national anthem. So we'll step away for 5 minutes. When we come back, we'll be ready for the kickoff of tonight's game between the Stuttgart Rice Birds and the Monticello Billies. Back in 5 minutes.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Hi, it's Kim Bethay. Did you know that Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop, serving downtown Stuttgart for nearly 100 years, is more than just a store? We're deeply committed to our community, supporting schools, youth sports, churches, and other organizations year-round. When you choose Coker Hampton, you're not just making a purchase, you're supporting a legacy of community care. Your support at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart strengthens the bond we have with our community. Thank you for making a difference with Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop.
Every tackle, every touchdown, Stuttgart stands tall behind the Rice Birds, and so does Sutherland's on 22nd Street. From bad boy mowers to lumber, plumbing, appliances, and furniture, Sutherland's has the tools and the know-how to keep this town running strong. Proud to support the Stuttgart Rice Birds, because at Sutherland's, friendly service and hometown pride always play on the same team.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
Gear up. It's hunting season and Max Prairie Wings is looking for backup. We're hiring cashiers, sales associates, warehouse associates, customer service, and firearms team members. Be part of the action at America's premier waterfowl outfitter. Apply today in store at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart, Arkansas.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960. Whether you've got 100 acres to mow or just some brush out back, show Brush who's boss. Wood's line of rotary cutters match a variety of tractors and applications, so you can start clearing tall grass or tough brush right away. With high lift blades and deeper decks for a better overall cut quality, you won't find any other rotary cutters that keep your land in line like Wood's. Stop in to Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart to find the right Wood's rotary cutter for your next job.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynn, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
We're able to bring you Stuttgart Ricebird football every Friday night thanks to our great sponsors like Arkansas Senator Ronald Caldwell. Senator Caldwell is a strong supporter of high school athletics and believes in its power to develop our young men and women. Senator Caldwell proudly serves District 10, which includes Arkansas, Jackson, Cross, St. Francis, Lee, Monroe, Woodruff, Prairie, Poinsett, and Lone Oak counties. Senator Ronald Caldwell, proud sponsor of Stuttgart Ricebird football.
Welcome back, everyone, to Hyatt Field in Monticello, site of tonight's 8-4A conference matchup. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and we are finishing up our pregame festivities here. The Ricebird Marching Band has just concluded their alma mater. Now the Monticello Billy Band is performing their alma mater, and we're just probably in the neighborhood of 6 or 7 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game. Brent, let's talk a little bit about the 8-4A conference. And, of course, the Ricebirds, when you look at an overall record, Ricebirds alone at the top, 6-0.
Yeah, that's right. The lone undefeated team overall was Hamburg, right there nipping at Stuttgart's heels.
Warren is 2-1. They're right there very much in the mix. Also, you've got Helena, DeWitt, Crossett, and Monticello, and, boy, there's a log jam right there with 2 losses apiece.
Yeah, there are. There's, 5 teams there
4 teams with 2 losses.
Yeah, 4 teams at 1 and 2 there, and that's all going to get – shaken out here, but boy, that is a log jam. It looks like 4 4 teams fighting for the playoffs.
It is. Star City is, of course, alone at the bottom, 0-3 in conference, 0-6 overall. Quick glance back to last week, Brent. The Rice Birds all over the DeWitt Dragons, as it turned out, 56-28. A game really I'd have to say was closer than the final score.
Yeah, it was.
Then Monticello, it's over Star City by the same score, 56-28. Helena all over Crossett, no surprise there, 48-8. And then a shootout that you and I watched via online last Friday night, Hamburg over Warren, 67-54.
Yeah, I thought it was a basketball game there. Boy, what just a ton of points scored. And I believe Lewis there, the running back for Hamburg, had 409 yards and I think 6 touchdowns last week.
Wow, and that's against what you got to think is a decent Warren defense too as well. This time of year, I like to kind of look back a little bit, Brent, and look at the Rice Birds' opponents up to this point. And really, you've got to be impressed. The Rice Birds' first opponent of the year, Lone Oak, they got a big 62-6 win last week. They're setting at 4-2 overall, near the top of that 2-4A conference, the conference the Rice Birds used to be in. And look at Malvern sitting right there, 4-2. They haven't lost since they played the Rice Birds.
Yeah, they lost 2 weeks in a row there to to Stuttgart and then Glen Rose. Yeah, and haven't lost since. So they've really got it going now.
And CAC, big win over Little Rock Hall, 50-0. So all 3 of the Rice Birds' non-conference opponents, impressive
looking
last
good.
Friday night. No question about that. Taking a quick glance ahead to next week, Stuttgart will host the Warren Lumberjacks. Warren, Brent, always just seems to have a way against the Rice Birds.
They do.
Could this be the year? I know we have some things going in our favor, one up being a home game.
That's a big one there.
That is.
Because, I think the home team has won the last 9 meetings in that series, but only 2 of those games have been at Stuttgart.
That's right. And it just seemed like we went to Warren 5 times within 365 days. I mean, that's exaggerating a little bit, but not a whole lot there. But no question about that. Warren has been a tough opponent for the Rice Birds, but they'll have an opportunity next week, and we certainly want everyone that's listening to make your way out to Ned Mosley Stadium next Friday night and support your Rice Birds. One of the things that Coach Price said, and if you heard this on the Coaches Show, he said when we scored the first touchdown last week, I believe it was a pass to QT Johnson, he said those stands were the loudest he had ever heard in the 11 years he'd been in Stuttgart.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, just a great crowd there. In the Battle of Arco, and Rice Birds lost last year. So, what a way to get the crowd going there. And we're going to need everybody there next week like that. Be there and be loud because Warren, I don't think this is quite as good as a Warren team as it has been in the past, but
I'll take it.
But still a very, very good team.
No question about that. And certainly they were preseason picked by the coaches to finish first in the 8-4A conference. Brent, looks like we've got captains making their way out onto the field here shortly. We've got the Rice Bird captains right here in front of us. Brent, I believe we can just almost reach out and touch their helmets.
And we can. It's number 3, Kane Price, number 74, Dagan Duncan, 16, Hayden Prine, and number 7, QT Johnson, who is not going to play tonight as we have touched on already.
And we've got the Monticello Billies. They've got a pack of 4 goats that are leading the herd, and then I'm guessing on senior, the rest of them are the honorary captains tonight, I guess is what I'm trying to say, are the rest of the seniors off the Billy squad.
And we have number 1, Jaden Rhodes. It looks like number 8, Jackson Hines, number 63, Ryland McDougald, and number 77, Gunnar Hale.
And the Monticello Billies tonight will be dressed in a, what would you call that, Brent, a royal blue, or is that more bright than royal blue?
I don't know. You could call it royal blue. 2 weeks in a row here we're playing a blue team.
And it's a very similar shade to what we saw last year, except tonight they're all blue. The jerseys are blue. Their pants are blue. Now, their helmets are a little bit darker blue. They've got white numbers on there. The Stuttgart Rice Birds are in their all-travel uniforms. They've got white pants, white jerseys. They've got their maroon helmets. Now, on their maroon helmets, they've got a white stripe down the middle. They've got their jersey number on one side of the helmet and the Flying Bird logo on the other side. Got a little bit of maroon trim on the shoulder pads. Also, the numbers are maroon, and a little bit of maroon trim on their pants.
It looked like the Rice Birds won the toss, I believe. And let's see here.
They're picking their ends.
And the Rice Birds are going to receive. So it's really imperative, I think, for the Birds to get off to good start here tonight on the road, you know, and then you got a homecoming crowd there, you know, against a team like this. So, you know, I think the Ricebirds really need to get off to a good start here, and let's see if they can put some points on the board early here.
Well, Monticello is a run-oriented team, too,
right.
And if the Ricebirds could get up on them, that kind of gets them out of their comfort zone.
You know, kind of like the Dragons last week.
Exactly. Very same situation there as well. Well, all of the players are making their way back into their inflatables. The Monticello Billies have one on the southwest corner that's a big blue helmet. It's got the big blue M on the side with Billies spelled out and a big white face mask. Ricebirds have a very similar run-through that they've used in the past, but the Ricebirds had that big ferocious bird with the run-through out behind it. And, of course, there's going to be a nice tunnel of the cheerleaders with their flags are going to lead the Ricebirds out. I already see some of the steam coming out as we're getting ready for those Ricebirds to bust out and take the field here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. And here come the Stuttgart Ricebirds. You can hear the fans in the stands as Ricebirds come onto the field, and they are fired up, led by Dagan Duncan. I'm telling you what, this is Dagan Duncan's year, Brent.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's one of the few that play on both sides of the ball. Yeah, you know, and he is the one that gets the team hyped up. No question about that.
He came out of that run through about 4 feet off the ground, and lots of Ricebirds following him as well. The cheerleaders tonight are going to be jammed up on one end of the stands here because there is no room in front of the center here for them. As a matter of fact, we are right on top of the Ricebird bench here as we're facing west here at Hyatt Field in Monticello.
You know, it reminds me a little bit of Newport. You know, no sidelines.
Very much.
I mean, Newport or Dollarway, you know, no sidelines at all.
And here come the Monticello Billies, and looks like all their homecoming queens with their long dresses leading them out of there. That might be the cheerleaders, but no, the cheerleaders are still down there. The homecoming queens come out of there. That was pretty impressive, and here comes a nice, impressive row of Monticello Billies decked out in their blue with white trim. We are just about set for the kick of tonight's game. Thank you for listening to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show tonight from Hyatt Field in Monticello. Freemeyer's located on 2nd and Main in Stuttgart. See Charles Freemeyer and the gang. They've got a price match guarantee. They got a great selection. They got hometown service that you cannot beat. So why even go anywhere else? Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in downtown Stuttgart, sponsor of our pregame. We are set now. The kick team from Monticello is out there. The Ricebird receiving team is coming, and it's time for the battle cry. The field is green. The stripes are white, and we're ready for some 8-4A conference football on this Friday night.
All right, now let's see what kind of kickoff we are going to get. We didn't see one deep last week. They were all onside kick here. They have number 7. That's Jude Park is going to kick it off. So let's see if the Ricebird return man can actually get a return tonight.
All right, he's got it teed up. Number 11 is standing right beside him, Charles Kilgore. Excuse me, I was trying to read that upside down. Here's the kick. It's going to be an end-over-end kick, taking it about the 34, back across the 40, and out to maybe the 41-yard line on the return for the Ricebirds. Looks like number 19, Brylan Hogan.
Yeah, Brylan Hogan with a nice catch there. He caught the ball up above his head and takes it out to the 42, so nice starting field position for the Ricebirds.
First down and 10. Birds will be moving from the left to the right on your radio dial, which is the south to the north here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. The ball is going to be on the far hash mark, which gives Brent and I actually a little bit better perspective on it. If it's on the near hash mark, we may not be able to see all the players lined up. Here come the Birds from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Single back, standing to the left of the quarterback, Kane Price. Taekwon Hall, I believe, is lined up to his left. Official steps in now and making sure that I think all the equipment is right. And we're just about set. Christian Henson, the center, gets down over the ball. Kane Price, the quarterback, calls for it. Here's the snap, straight back to pass. Looking, got a man right here on the near side. Across the 45 and out near midfield on the reception, number 4, Jamarion Horde.
Yeah, he's going to have 7 on first down. A nice route and a nice pass by Kane. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 at the 49.
On the Ricebird side of the midfield stripe, right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position. Jamarion Horde lined up to the near side. 3 wide outs to the left. Hall lined up to the left of the quarterback. Fakes to him, fires across the middle, got his man complete, 40, and gets hit at the 36-yard line and down at that spot. Boy, what a bullet to Jeremiah Jackson.
Yeah, well, Jeremiah Jackson was a big game last week, and he's picking up right where he left off.
And he's also limping off the field, too, and that was exactly the last time we saw him Friday. But, boy, I'm telling you, he showed great speed as he hauls that in. Now he's trying to put a little bit of weight on it, and he is toughing it out.
He's trying to. It looks like Keaton Byers is on to take his place out there, number 5. Ricebirds have it first down and 10 now.
That's Jeremiah Jackson. That's Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty. Let me tell you, he is a hoss. Ricebirds now set up first down and 10 at the 37 of the Monticello Billies, and there's a little bit of a time out here, and I'm not exactly sure.
No, but not for sure either.
I think we've had somebody maybe get sick, possibly.
I believe so, yeah.
And it looks like we have
cleanup crew here.
Well, that's the nicest way to put that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cleanup crew here, yeah, with the trash can and the towels and the water bottles there.
Yeah. The biohazard team. That's what I was hunting for there. And Coach Price is on that team.
He is. There you go. So yeah, two plays, 22 yards for the Ricebirds, and they are well into Billy territory here, just underway in the first quarter.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Ricebirds moving from the left to the right. Kane Price gets the play, moves into the huddle. Now the huddle breaks. Here come the Ricebirds to the line. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. The wide side of the field is to the left. Taquan Hall standing to the left of the quarterback Price. Takes a snap, hands off, Hall straight up the line. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet, twisting and turning inside the 30, close to the 25.
He's going to be close to another first down, and yes, they are going to give him 10 yards. A nice run by Hall. Broke a tackle, and as you mentioned, twist and turned and picked up an extra 4 or 5 yards and another first down.
Ball's in the center of the field. Price looks to the sideline, barks out some changes. 3 wide outs to the right. They're outside the numbers on the right side. Now we've got an official time. And
one of the Billies is limping there. Yeah, we got that's number 18. That's Jonah White. He is limping off to the sidelines.
An official stepped in and noticed that he was in distress, so they let him get off, and that's a good thing there. Hope he's going to be fine. Here come the Birds from the center of the field. Price takes a snap, fires down the flats, complete. At the 25, the 20, inside the 20 goes number 18 for the Ricebirds, Bray Covington Minor.
Yeah, Bray Covington Minor came in last week when QT Johnson went out and got a touchdown, so he's taking up QT's spot there, and he's going to have look like 5 yards on first down.
Keaton Byers, Hayden Prine, Bray Covington Minor to the right. Jamarion Horde to the left. Price takes a snap, rolling to his left, sees a little room, 15, 10. Now we've got penalty markers down at the 15-yard line.
Well,
he is into the end zone for a touchdown, but I think this one got a good chance of coming back.
Yeah, it is. I saw the signal for a hold there. But what I did like on that play is that was going to be an option play to Hall.
Yes.
But when Kane kept it, Hall ran up
and got in front
of Kane to pick up a block there. So great job there. However, it's going to come back. It's going to be a spot foul, so it's going to be down the field. I think just a little bit maybe. Well,
10:32 to go here, opening quarter. This is the opening possession of the game. The Ricebirds have it at the Monticello 25-yard line. It's listed as 2nd down and 9 to go. 2 wide outs to each side. Ball's in the center of the field. Taquan Hall lined up to the right of the quarterback. They send him in motion out of the backfield. Quickly fires out to him, and he drops it. Very alertly got back on it because it could have been perceived as possibly a backwards pass, but it wasn't. He very alertly jumped on it anyway, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 9 for the Ricebirds from the 25-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Just underway, 10:28 to go here in the opening quarter. Big 8-4A conference matchup. Here come the Birds in all white with maroon trim. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. The Billies in all bright blue. Price barking some signals. Moves Hall from the left side to the right. calls for the ball, takes a snap, fires it out, got a man complete at the 25, and inside the 20 at the 15, the 10, there's another penalty marker comes in at the 19-yard line.
And that was Keaton Byers on the catch. He was going to have the first down, but there's another. I don't know if that's going to be a block in the back maybe. I don't think it was. Yeah, it's going to be on the Rice Birds.
And like the last one, Brent, this one was thrown downfield.
It was. Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, it was. We had the ball at the 25. It was thrown at the 18. So it's going to be third down again. Let's see where they're going to put it down at. Oh, they're moving this one way on back.
Boy, he sure is. Going to mark it all the way back between the 30 and the 35.
Wow.
It's going to be about 32-yard line.
Big penalty.
So the Rice Birds have 16 yards to go here on third down. I'd say 4-down territory here.
Well,
now they're going to move it back
there we go.
Up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I think they moved it 5 yards too far that time.
Here come the Birds from toward the far hash mark. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right.
Third down and 11.
Whitehead is waiting for the play clock to be set. He hits the whistle, and there it goes. Byers in motion from the left to the right, straight back to pass, fires out, got a man complete at the 25, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Taquan Hall inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Taquan Hall, he's going to pick up about 8 yards. It's going to be a little short of the first down, but it's going to be real close. It's really kind of hard to see where we are on the near side, just how far it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 2.
Fourth and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2.
Rice Birds need to get close to the 15-yard line. They're on the far hash mark. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Kane Price takes a snap, rolling to his right, looks, he fires. He's got a man wide open in the center of the field. And it is complete inside the 10.
That's
Guess
Hayden.
who? Clutch Prime.
Hayden Prime picks up the first down on that one, and he almost turned the wrong way there, right into the defense. And
either that or he heard some footsteps coming from the other direction and was going to try to elude them. Nevertheless, you can count on Clutch when you need him, and he hauled that one in. Big first down, goal to go for the Rice Birds. From the 9-yard line of the Monticello Billies on the near hash mark. Taquan Hall lined up to the left to Kane Price, the quarterback. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, and late pitch out to Taquan. He gets it throttled, and he gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice Birds! And I don't see a flag.
No flags on that one. Just a quick pitch out there to Hall, and Taquan fumbled it for just a second. It gave a couple Billies a chance to maybe make a tackle, but, boy, he just outran them both. Went right through one arm tackle and outran the other one to the corner of the end zone. So the Rice Birds overcome 2 big penalties on that play and still pick up a touchdown on their opening drive. 9:06 left in the first quarter. Dawson McKelvey is on for the PAT.
Hayden Prine is the holder. Kick is up, and is it going to make it into the bed of that F-150? Not quite. Oh, my goodness. Dawson McKelvey, he puts it in the air. It burns up on re-entry, and the Rice Birds lead the Monticello Billies 7-0. We're back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
We welcome you back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, site of tonight's 8-4A conference matchup between the Stuttgart Rice Birds and the Monticello Billies. The Rice Birds took the opening kick, marched it down, and they lead by a score of 7-0. Rice Bird football is powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 3 locations, Petrus Auto. They got your transportation needs covered. End-over-end kick by Dawson McKelvey. It's going to be taken back at the 5-yard line. Back across the 10 to 15, looking for a little seam. Rice Birds slam the return man down at about the 25-yard line. On the return, I believe, was number 3, Gavin Trotter.
Number 34 on that one. That's Taylon Hoover. But, yeah, he was slammed down right at the 27-yard line. So the Rice Birds offense holds up there, and they get a touchdown. Let's see what the defense can do against this Billy offense.
The Billies have it first down and 10. at their own 27-yard line, moving from the right to the left, the north to the south here in Monticello. Beautiful evening for football. A little bit warm, but still an absolutely perfect evening. No breeze at all. Handoff into the line, a little bit of running room behind the blocker, breaks one tackle, and finally Keaton Byers is going to get him corralled at about the 25, but he's going to be close to a first down. I think going to be a yard, maybe 2 short.
Yeah, it's going to be second down. Second down in about 1, I think is what they're going to call it here. Or 9 yards on first down.
Here come the Billies to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Got a slot on the left, single back, sends a man in motion. Hands off to the back in the backfield, and Riceburgs hit him behind the line of scrimmage and bring him down.
Well, who was that got in there on him?
I believe that was Bo. Was that Bo Barnes?
Yes, it is. Bo Barnes hit him right at the line of scrimmage and knocked him back for looks like about a 2-yard loss.
And I guess got a thumbs up from his dad right here, former Riceburg coach.
Yeah, 2-yard loss. All right. Third down and 3 here for the Billies.
They send a wide out to the left. Danner Lloyd. A wide out to the right. Now there's a shift. The slot's on the left, going to move to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off into the line, and a little bit of running room. Going to have a first down out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Nice play defensively out there by the Riceburgs. Number 44, Knox Hillman.
It's going to be close. They're still looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still looking at it.
They are. They're going to
have to look at it.
Yeah, because the ball is on the far side and the sticks are on the near side. I can't see actually where they've stuck them in the ground because the team is right in front of it here on our side.
Yeah, it is close. Well, they did call the first down.
Stadium announcer announced it first down. So from just shy of the 37-yard line, here come the Billies with a fresh set of downs. From the far hash mark, quarterback is in pistol formation. Got a back standing behind him. Birds show blitz. Take handoff, and they got him, and they bring him down. What a play by the Riceburgs. Number 1, Damari McKinney.
Yeah, you said it. They showed blitz, and boy, McKinney came right up through that A-gap from his linebacker spot, and he knocks back the running back for a 3-yard loss.
Second down, 13 coming up for the Billies. Their quarterback is number 8, Jackson Hines. Shotgun formation, takes hands off to number 6 over the far side. Number 6 is Joseph Aselis.
Yeah, he's had every carry so far here tonight. He's going to pick up a few yards. He's going to get back the 3 that he lost and about 4 more. It's going to be third down and 6.
From the 41 of the Monticello Billies. Billies moving from the right to the left, dressed in their bright blue. Riceburgs in all white with maroon trim. From the far hash mark on this turf field. Fires out into the flats. Got a man complete, running room, midfield, Riceburg 45, 40-yard line, brought down at that point. Jackson Hines, number 8, on the reception.
Yeah, good blocking there by the receivers on the little quick pass out here in the flat, and they pick up a big first down, 16 yards on that throw and catch.
From the Riceburg 43-yard line on the near hash mark. 6:20 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead. This is the first possession for the Monticello Billies here tonight. Here come the Billies to the line. Pistol formation for the quarterback. Moves his slot from the left to the right. Takes, calls for it, hands off. Number 6, Aselis, and Aselis takes a lick at about the 42, spins down at about the 41-yard line. What a lick out there. Was that Cordero Berry?
Yes, it was.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Cordero Berry spun him around there, knocked him down, and now Berry's kind of holding his shoulder just a little bit. But, boy, what a hard lick. We know the running back is feeling that as well.
No doubt about it. Short gain on there. We'll call it second down and 9 coming up for the Billies. From the far hash mark. And they move their slots from the right to the left. Deep pitch to Aselis. And there's Cordero Berry again. Catches him at the 40, falls forward to the 39-yard line. Cordero all over Joseph Aselis.
Yeah, gain of about 2 more here. It's going to bring up third down and long. Now, Aselis already with 7 carries, but only for 18 yards. 3rd down and long. Again, 3rd down 6.
Number 12, Hudson Harvey, is the quarterback, getting the play from the coach on the far side. 4:58 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead. Here come the Billies with 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback. Takes, fakes to him, fires out in the flats, and I thought the Ricebirds had a good shot at a pick.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my gracious. Oh, my gracious.
But they made a nice tackle on the play.
Did.
That was a Cordero Berry, I think, flash for the interception there. Couldn't pull it down, but boy, what a nice tackle there.
I'm telling you, he had a head of steam, too.
He
He'd been
did.
in Pine Bluff by now. Good
He did.
night he was flying.
Just a gain of 1 on that play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 5.
For the Ricebirds, big play defensively early in this game. 4:18 in the first quarter, clock moving. Everybody in tight for the Billies.
Don't jump offside.
Quarterback is, no, actually it's going to be a Wildcat formation. Number 8, Jackson Hines, is going to carry it. And again, it's going to be close. Let's see where the officials mark it.
I think he got a pretty good spot there.
He did. The official in the white hat says 1st down. So they're converted on their second 4th down and keep the chains moving inside the 35 at the 32-yard line from toward the far hash mark. Here come the Billies. They're going to put 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. A pistol formation now for the quarterback. Takes, fires out across the middle, and it is almost intercepted twice there. Cordero, I think, got a shot at it. Keaton Byers was out there, and also Brylan Hogan, I thought, had maybe the best chance after 2 tips.
Yeah, Harvey there was looking for Rawls on a quick slant, but boy, he was totally covered up. Barry was inside of him, got a hand on it, tipped it. And then two Ricebirds had a shot at it, but just unable to come down with it. Fantastic coverage, though, by the Ricebird defense.
I tell you, that Jackson Rawls is impressive looking out there. 6'7", 225-pound tight end. Mercy. Everybody's in tight except for 1 wide out. Ricebirds jump off sides.
Yeah, hard count got them there.
Yeah, they did.
And that's going to give them a free 5.
Trey Phillips a little anxious there, but that's okay. He's ready to get in that Billy backfield. Moves it down to the 26-yard line of the Ricebirds. Going to be now 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Billies. Quarterback Hudson Harvey, number 12. Vaselis lined up behind him. Sends Hines in motion. Takes hands off Vaselis into the line, looking for a little room, and he does a nice job picking over a couple of defenders, jumps forward into the Ricebird red zone down to about the 18-yard line, and that's going to be good for another Billy 1st down.
Yeah, the Billies are doing exactly what they want to here. You put the ball on the ground there and run it and use some clock, and they've already used up almost 6 minutes of the first quarter, but the Ricebirds just need to keep them out of the end zone here.
That's exactly right. 3:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead. Monticello in the Ricebird red zone. 3 wide outs to the left. Takes hands off to Celis over the left side. A little bit of room, and the Ricebirds corral him at about the 10-yard line. Bringing him down, I believe, Brent was, let's see, 62 for the Ricebirds.
Yeah,
Carmelo Minter.
Yeah, Carmelo Minter. He's going to have 7 on that carry.
2:49 to go. Clock running here in the first quarter. All the Monticello team looking to the sideline. Now they head toward the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the right. One of them out by the numbers on the far side. Kind of dark over there, too. Quarterback takes, hands off Vaselis. Vaselis is hitting the backfield, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to about do it.
Yeah, that's about it. Knox Hillman came crashing down from his linebacker spot, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play.
3rd down and 3 coming up now for the Billies. From the Ricebird, looks like between the 11 and 12-yard line.
Pretty quick moving first quarter now because the Billies are not in any hurry to snap that ball.
No, they're not. Quarterback number 12, Hudson Harvey, sends a man in motion from the right to the left. Takes the snap, hands to Acelis into the line. He just jumps over defenders at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, still driving toward the end zone. Now we've got a late flag coming in. Monticello Billies say he's in the end zone, but we got to deal with this yellow laundry first.
Yeah, well, I don't know who he jumped over there, but that's not always legal.
That's exactly right. If that person is not on the ground, that is an illegal move, and it's a dangerous move as well.
It is.
That's why the penalty is there.
I think that's why the flag was maybe thrown, because it wasn't in right in the middle of the line. It was thrown a little bit late behind the line. I bet you they're going to wave it off. Yep.
They are going to wave it off, and the ball is inside the 1 yard line. First down, goal to go, coming up now for the Monticello Billies. Number 12, Hudson Harvey, checks out and look for a little wildcat here. Marcellus maybe take a direct snap, or no, we're going to have maybe a little tush push. Number 8 is in, Jackson Hines. And he slips as he gets the snap, but he walks in untouched into the end zone, and the Monticello Billies are within a point of tying it up, or 2 points of taking the lead.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Billies wanted to do there, use some clock up and put some points on the board, and that's what they did. Mostly with their running back, Joseph Marcellus. He had 11 carries for 43 yards on that drive, but Jackson Hine takes it the final yard, and we are within an extra point of having a tie ball game. Jude Park, number 7, on for the PAT. It's up, and it is good.
And we're tied at 7 with 1:33 to go in the opening quarter. The Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Monticello Billies locked up on this 8-4A conference battle. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back with more Ricebird football.
Since our founding in 1945, Farmers and Merchants Bank has held strong to our commitment to innovation, community investment, and personalized service. Over the past 80 years, we have worked alongside Arkansas entrepreneurs to help our neighbors start, grow, and streamline their businesses with hometown lending experts and the latest in modern financial solutions. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner in our community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Monticello Billies are all tied at 7. Monticello kicks it off. It's going to be fumbled to the Ricebirds. You pick it up across the 25 now, out across the 30, and out to about the 33-yard line on the return for the Ricebirds, Jamarion Horde.
Yeah, I think he took his eyes off of it just a little bit there when he tried to catch it, and looked up field and just didn't come down with it. But he picked it up clean and takes it out to the 35.
Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 3 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet and GMC, out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and on 13th and Park Avenue for a great selection of used vehicles. How about deer stands, deer feeders, and trailers? All of that you can find at Japco, part of Petrus Auto Group. They got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Here come the Ricebirds. Kane Price back to pass, being chased now. Coming to the near sideline, still looking, and tucks it down and going to get out across the 35. Going to pick up about 3, looks like, on the play, Brent. Going to push him out at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage downfield by the Billies. Kane didn't have anywhere to go with it, so he just took what he could get, and it's going to be 2nd down 7.
From the near hash mark, here come the Birds. 3 wide outs to the left. Single back, standing to the left to Price, the quarterback. A little hard count, a little flinch on the Billies, but nobody cross. Taquan Hall, move him now from the left to the right, now back to the left. Takes a snap, hands off Taquan, using his blockers, and boy, he just runs into a Billy at the 40 and pushes him forward. Going to get down to the 41-yard line, going to be a few yards short of a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Ricebirds.
And going to pick up about 3 and not much more on that one. Yeah, he ran right into the arms. I believe that was big number 68 there, Jaquavius Perez. Not 66 there, Aiden Franklin.
1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. We're all tied at 7. Stuttgart and Monticello, big 8-4A conference matchup. Here come the Ricebirds to the line of scrimmage. Hayden Pride's going to be split wide to the left. Jeremiah Jackson's back out there, Brent. Good to see that.
Yes, it is.
Sends a man in motion out of the backfield. Now getting a little pressure. Now going to come back to the right side. He's got a first down and more. 45 midfield, steps out of bounds, takes a hit right in front of Brent and I from number 41. No call on that, but the Ricebirds get a fresh set of downs on the tackle there, number 41, Eduardo Ramos.
Yeah, a lot of room there for Kane on the right side there, and he saw all that green, and he just needed 4 for the first down, but he picks up 10.
Moves it into Billy territory. 32 seconds to go. Clock stops as the ball goes out of bounds. Opening quarter, we're tied at 7. Here come the Rice Birds. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the short side of the field. Takes hands off. Taquan Hall using his blockers and just pushes a pile across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Taquan Hall.
Yeah, 5 yards on first down, right into the teeth of that Billy defensive line. Pushed his way forward for 5 yards.
That Aiden Franklin out there, number 66. He's 6'3", 330 pounds, Brent. He's hard to move.
He is.
2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That's it.
Oh, they jumped there, but no flag on that play.
And that's the end of the first quarter with your score, the Stuttgart Rice Birds and the Monticello Billies. We're tied at 7. We'll be back with second quarter action on Country 97.3 FM in 1 minute.
Did you know that Henderson State University offers a nurturing classroom environment with caring faculty who will invest in your career success? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come check us out. Visit hsu.edu/getready for additional information. Did you know that Henderson State University offers the only aviation degree in Arkansas? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come fly with us. Visit hsu.edu/aviation for additional information.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello. The Stuttgart Rice Birds and the Monticello Billies tied at 7. Rice Birds with the ball. Quick fire out into the flats. Taquan Hall's got it. Breaks the tackle. He's inside the 30. First down. Inside the 35. Move the sticks for the Rice Birds. Taquan Hall coming out of the backfield on a little screen pass.
Yeah, what a move by Hall there. Once he caught that pass, he split 2 Billies there and picked up an extra 7 or 8 yards. Nice play there by Taquan.
Here come the Birds from the near hash mark here in the second quarter. They're moving from the right to the left here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. Field turf field. Kane Price takes a snap and a little delayed pitch out there to Taquan. He gets hit out there on the near side by number 41 for the Billies, and that is Eduardo Ramos.
And just a little option play to the short side of the field. Looks like he's going to have 3 on that, so 2nd and 7. 5 carries, 30 yards for Taquan. 2 catches for 20 yards for Hall tonight.
Just underway, second quarter, tied at 7. Rice Birds with the ball just inside the Monticello 30-yard line. Price takes a snap and quickly rolls to his right. Got Clutch Prine out there.
He did.
And now he cuts back to the left, looks, he fires. He's got a man wide open at the 15, side steps a man at the 5, into the 10. Touchdown, Rice Birds! Number 2, Jeremiah Jackson.
Yeah, Kane Price that time did a good job of keeping that play live. He started out to the right, rolled back to the left, and boy, Jeremiah Jackson just got lost down there. He was wide open at the 15, and then I want to tell you what, he shook 2 Billies right out of their shoes.
I'm telling you, he did. He faked them out of their shoes, no doubt about that.
30 yards on the touchdown, Kane Price. And Jeremiah Jackson, the Rice Birds strike again. Dawson McKelvey on for the PAT. The hold us down kick is up. Boy, it's good. It is out on the highway, out on the street there.
Dawson McKelvey gives the Rice Birds a 14-7 lead. We're back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network. We're back in 30 seconds.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Rice Birds have just struck to take a 14-7 lead over the Monticello Billies. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you join us for Rice Bird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Here's an end-over-end kick taken inside the 10-yard line on the far side over there. Nice play defensively by the Ricebirds, number 24, Keelan Owens.
Yeah, Keelan Owens was down there to wrap up the ball carrier, boy, and he had a steam too when he caught that ball. But boy, Keelan Owens right there wrapped him up at the 32, and that's where the Billies will begin their second possession of the night. Let's see if the Ricebirds can make any adjustments there to slow down Joseph Aselis. He's been pretty much their offense tonight. 11 carries, 43 yards. He's a good one.
He is a good one. Their quarterback's number 12, Hudson Harvey. He's in pistol formation. Aselis lined up behind him. Wide outs on each side. There's a slot on the right. Lined up from the far hash mark. Hand off Aselis, and Aselis gets hit in the backfield, and he finally gets drugged backwards. I thought he might try to break out of that first tackle, but Damari McKinney was there and said, no, I don't believe so. Dagan Duncan's there as well.
Yeah, Trey Phillips was the first one there, grabbed his shoulder pad there and slowed him down just enough for his teammates to get there and finish him off. Looks like it's going to be a short loss on the play.
Ball's going to be at the 31-yard line of the Monticello Billies. On the far hash mark. The Billies moving from the left to the right on your radio dial. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Fires out, man out of the backfield. That's Aselis. And Aselis is going to be brought down on a great open field tackle out there. I believe that's Cordero Berry.
Yeah, Cordero Berry again. Yeah, a nice open field one-on-one tackle. And, boy, he makes the tackle there again, and it's going to be a gain.
Maybe 3?
Yeah, 3 maybe, and that is about it. Yeah, Cordero Berry is playing well tonight.
Big 3rd down and 8 coming up now for the Ricebird defense, because you got to think if Monticello can't get a first down here, you don't think they would go for it.
No, I don't think so.
This deep in their end of the field. Love to get a stop here, see if the Ricebirds can't get that ball back.
No doubt.
Checking with Coach on the far side. Going to send a man wide to the right. Aselis out of the backfield. Getting a lot of pressure. They're going to dump it across the middle. Got the big man complete. 40, 45, first down and more on the reception. Number 5, Jackson Rawls.
Yeah, good blocking there by the line. Set up that screen well. It's going to be 14 yards and a first down on 3rd down and long. Nice play. Ricebirds really going with that single safety here with everybody up close there to try to stop the run.
Wide out here to the near side. Number 27, Danner Lloyd. The big man, number 5, Jackson Rawls. They move him from the left to the right. Here's a pitch to Aselis coming to the near sideline. He steps by one defender, and he's in the clear. Ricebirds got a foot race. Brylan Hogan to see if he can catch him, and he does. Catch him at about the 15-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Say he stepped out at close to the 18-yard line, but a nice gain on first down by Aselis.
Yes, they was. We're going to give him 30 on that play. Yeah, he had some nice blockers out here on the right side that he found the seam, and a big gainer for the Billies and Aselis. He's up to 72 yards on 13 carries.
Just a reminder for everyone, this is the same team, virtually 9 returning starters from a year ago that made it to the quarterfinals of the state.
They sure did. They beat Hamburg, I think, in the second round of the playoffs.
Yes, they beat them twice last year.
Yep.
Quarterback takes, hands off Aselis in the line, nothing doing. Absolutely nothing doing that time. Bo Barnes is right there.
He was, yeah. Bo Barnes was there and just folded up Aselis right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. But that's the thing about Aselis, Lynn. You know, you can stop him for 2 plays, and then, boy, on 3rd down, he can bust one for 20 on you.
That's right.
Maybe he'll get tired. He's already had 14 carries here tonight.
Well, we hope so. The Billies with 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. 1 wide out to the right. The quarterback, Hudson Harvey, number 12, pistol formation. Back to pass, fires to Aselis coming out of the backfield on a screen pass. Aselis is loose on the far side. He's going to be inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line. Whole pack of Ricebirds bring him down at that point, but not before he gets deep into the Ricebird red zone,
he's
1st and goal.
Yeah, he's down to the 5, so it's going to be 13 yards on that throw and catch. And, boy, Aselis out of the backfield, and there was nobody out there for the Ricebirds.
Huddling up, looking to the sideline. Coach Randy Harvey for the Monticello Billies. got everybody in tight. And the snap is fumbled, and the Ricebirds hit him in the backfield, going to drop him for a loss back outside the 5.
Luckily for Hines, the ball bounced right.
It bounced right
back up to him.
Yeah.
I don't know what the referee's talking about here. It's going to be only a loss of 1 on the play, but a loss nevertheless. I'm not sure what Coach Price is talking about with the official.
Coach Price is out there with the man in the white hat.
There's a flag way down here on the near side. I didn't see it.
There he is at the
way
5-yard line. At the 5-yard line. Let's see what that is.
Well, I've got a feeling like it's on us because Coach Price is not happy about it. Maybe illegal participation or illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution, yeah.
On the Ricebirds.
That negates a nice stop.
It does.
For a loss. Going to move the ball down to about the Ricebird 3-yard line.
Well, Coach Price definitely did not agree with that penalty.
He was trying to convince him of what happened,
right.
But the official was going to hear nothing of it. Little Wildcat formation, once again, number 8 in there. Touchdown, Monticello. On the carry, Jackson Hines.
Yep, Jackson Hines with 3 carries and 2 touchdowns. If I'm the running back for the Billies there, I might not be too happy about that. So, hey, I run the ball all the way down the field, and then you don't let me score. But, Jackson Hines has been good out of the Wildcat so far. 2 touchdowns.
He scored out of the Wildcat against the Ricebirds last year.
And the Billies' answer here was 7:46 left to go in the second quarter. Jude Park is on for the PAT.
Waiting to snap. There's a snap. Yep, and it is
blocked.
No good. It's off to the left.
Yeah.
No good. And the Ricebirds retain the lead. They lead 14-13. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we're back in 30 seconds.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Monticello Billies 14-13 with 7:46 to go in the first half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Monticello kicks off a little knuckleball, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side. So the Ricebirds have an opportunity to let them re-kick it, or they can take it at the 35.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to take it at the 35. Going back to that extra point there, I don't know if a player for the Ricebirds got a hand on that or not, but they did affect the kick because there were 2 Ricebirds right in there on top of the kick.
Well, the kick to me, Brent, looked like it had plenty of trajectory.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an end-over-end kick. It was just to the left,
it was.
The left upright.
Yep.
So the Ricebirds have it first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 7:46 to go here in the first half. And the Birds up 14-13 in this 8-4A conference matchup from Monticello. Beautiful field, turf field here in Monticello. The big blue M in the middle. White stripes, of course, with a little blue trim. Kane Price takes and hands off into the line, and Mercy runs into a wall at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was Jeremiah Thomas on the carry, and there was nobody there. He's going to get the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing.
I thought that was pretty generous to give him the line of scrimmage,
yeah,
to be honest with you.
I do too.
Big number 55, Keelan Green on the stop for the Billies.
Yep.
From the far hash mark, here come the Birds, moving from the right to the left. Got a little equipment problem there. Taekwon Hall, I believe.
That's Jeremiah Thomas.
Jeremiah Thomas in the backfield with a little helmet problem and gets that squared away. Kane Price calls for the ball, gets it now, rolls to his right. Look, got a man wide open at the 40, 45. Midfield, cuts back. And they're going to trip him up at midfield on the reception for the Ricebirds. Jeremiah Thomas, number 11.
Jeremiah Thomas out of the backfield, and nobody went with him that time. Just an easy pitch and catch, and he's going to pick up 15 yards.
He comes out. Taekwon Hall checks back in. Ball is at the midfield stripe on the far hash mark, right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position. The Birds in all white with maroon trim, moving from the right to the left. Price takes a snap, fakes. going to keep it himself, tries the right side, and then just tucks it down, gets the ball into Billy territory down to about the 46. I believe they're going to mark it closer to the 47-yard line. Let's say a pickup of 3 on first down. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and 7.
6:25 left to go here in the second quarter. Riceburg with a 14-13 lead. Both teams scored on their first 2 possessions. This is the Riceburg's 3rd possession.
Bray Covington Minor split wide to the left out here. Brent and I could just about touch him on the helmet. He's outside the numbers here close to us. 2 other wideouts to the left. Taekwon Hall now moves from the left to the right of the quarterback. Price takes the snap straight back to pass, getting some pressure. Now he fires across the middle. Oh, my goodness, he had Jamarion Horde across the middle, and I really think, Brent, that probably should have been caught.
Yeah, just a tick too high. Yeah, you may be there, but yeah, I think Horde probably could have came down with that, but just unable to get his hands on it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Probably 4 down territory, depending on what happens here on 3rd down.
I bet you're probably right. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Riceburg's clinging to a 1-point lead, 14-13. Birds now with the ball toward the far hash mark. Single back in the backfield. Now there's a whistle before the snap, and I believe it's going to be a timeout. Yes. Timeout, Stuttgart. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
And we welcome you back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Monticello Billies 14-13. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're sure glad to have you joining us tonight for Ricebird football on a beautiful night here in Monticello. The Ricebirds will be operating from near midfield from the 47-yard line of the Monticello Billies on 3rd down and 7. Kane Price, the quarterback. Coming out of the timeout, 2 wideouts to the left. He fakes to Hall. Moves up, fires, and throws behind the intended receiver on the far side over there. I believe, that was Caden Sims, if I'm not mistaken, intended receiver.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if Kane was maybe looking for a stop on that pattern, and Caden kept going down the field, but just unable to connect, and the Ricebirds are going to punt.
Hayden Prine comes on to punt. He's going to be standing back at about his own 42-yard line awaiting the snap. I think Bo Barnes is the deep snapper on the punts. He has the official come in and adjust the ball. Hayden awaits the snap. Good snap. Puts his foot into it. Boy, what a kick. A knuckleball. It's going to hit at about the 15. It's going to be taken at the 5. Coming back to the near side. Ricebirds hit him, but can't bring him down. Breaking another tackle and yet another, and gets out across the 20-yard line. Good play defensively by the Ricebird special teams. They just couldn't get him on the ground.
Yeah, nice punt that time, but boy, he picked it up right about the 5 on the hop and broke a couple tackles and gets out to the 23 here. So the Billies defense getting the first stop of the night.
5:34 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 1-point lead, 14-13. Here come the Billies. Ricebirds have not been able to stop them tonight. As a matter of fact, that was the first punt of the night for either team right there for the Ricebirds. Birds need to match it with a stop here on the Billies. Quarterback, shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. Going to hand to the back in the backfield. That's a Sellis, and he's got a little bit of room. And here comes a penalty marker, and this is probably going to be a hold. About the 35-yard line. So let's see what the official says about that.
Thrown right in the middle there. Yeah, it is a hold right at the 25, and this is going to back them up. So
right at the play too, Brent.
Yeah, it was.
It was one of those difference-making penalties.
Yeah, it was. So this is what the Ricebird defense needed here. Maybe to get them behind the sticks here. It's going to move them back to the 15. So it's going to bring up first down and looks like 20. 18.
I think 18.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, you're right. 18. 5:29 left in the first quarter. Second quarter, I'm sorry.
Billy's in no hurry. Play clock has not started yet, nor has the game clock. Ricebird fans here on the near side want to mention that good crowd came down. Some sizable bleachers here in Monticello. Of course, this used to be the home side years ago. This is the first time in 20 years the Ricebirds have played in Monticello. Quarterback, number 12, calls for the ball, hands to Acellus over the left side. He's got some running room and a blocker out in front of him. He stops for one of the blocks, and he gets hit in the back by one of the Ricebirds. Brylan Hogan, I think, finally catches up to him, brings him down from behind, but
he's going to be still a little short of the first down, but pretty close to it. So a huge play there on first down and 18. The Ricebirds, and now first down is what they're going to give them, but it didn't look like where the chains were that was the first down.
I agree. And again, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because we can't see the sideline here because we're right on top of it. The Ricebirds jump off sides. And
now they moved that time. They might call that on Stuttgart, but 79 flinched on the end.
They're pointing at the blue guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, he flinched. I saw, there's no doubt about that. He threw his hand out there forward, and that's what caused the Ricebirds right in front of him to jump. This should be on the Billies.
Number 77, Gunnar Hale, is the one.
Yeah, I mean
that made the motion.
Oh. That is not the correct call.
No, it's not.
Once the lineman's set, he cannot raise his hand and throw it. He raised his hand up and threw it forward. You cannot do that.
First down and 5 coming up for the Monticello Billies from their own 38-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Going to send 2 wide outs to the right. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback. That's Acellus.
Now,
a whistle.
Yeah, Rawls jumped that time. Let's see if they saw that one. He took 2 steps forward on the far side over there. I did see that one.
Legal procedure, so they're going to give the 5 yards back.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. They tried the hard count again, but that time it actually worked against them because Jackson Rawls on the far split out wide on the far side took off a couple steps early.
He was standing right by one of their coaches, and the coaches just threw his arms up when he did that.
Absolutely. When you're out that wide, all you have to do is watch the football.
Exactly. All right, here come the Billies now. First down and 10. Handoff of Acellus now coming to the near side using his blockers. Knox Hillman hits him and slows him down enough for the Ricebirds, number 14, Jordan Miner, to come in and finish him off at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they are really doing a good job of running those stretch plays. They're getting their linemen out here and stretching that play out there. He picks up about 7 on that play.
Birds need to stop.
They do.
And they need to stop it on this side of the field because you've got to feel that if they get across the midfield stripes, 4-down territory, maybe anyway.
Right.
From the near hash mark, sends a man in motion. That's Jackson Hines. Hands off of Acellus over the left side this time, and he gets across the 40. Going to be short of a first down.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to bring up now 3rd down and probably about a
yard, I think, yeah.
Maybe 2.
17 carries, 99 yards for Acellus. Yep, 3rd down and 1 from the Billy 42. 3:40 and the clock rolling here in the first half.
Jackson Hines is split wide to the right. Quarterback, hard counting. And
the Ricebirds are clapping, so I think that might be on the Billies.
They were the quarterback certainly hard counting with his head.
Yep, it is the illegal procedure. So a big penalty there. It goes from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6.
He kind of looked like he was walking like an Egyptian out there, that head bobbing back and forth, trying to get him to jump. So 3rd down and 6, as Brent mentioned, with 3:32 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds clinging to a 14-13 lead. Monticello with the ball. Birds have not stopped them tonight. Back to pass, fires out. That's a lateral out to number 6, Acellus on the far side.
Knox Hillman was the first one out there to chase him down. It looks like it's going to be no gain on the play.
So it's going to bring up 4th down now. Let's see what Coach does. It looks like they might be sending their kicking team on.
Yeah.
Smart thing to do. Because
Absolutely,
with 3:15 to go here.
That's right.
And it's a good job of the Rice Birds as well.
Yep.
To get a stop on the Billies.
That's right. And you don't want to give the Rice Birds a short field like that for sure. Keaton Byers back deep for the Rice Birds.
Billies will get the ball first in the third quarter as well. Punter standing back at his own 25. Good snap. Puts his foot into it. A low line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 29-yard line. Coming to the near side. Keaton Byers. Now he's getting being pursued. And nice open field tackle at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, a nice block, though, by Jordan Minor at the 29-yard line. And that Billy is still feeling it. He's down on one knee there. And Byers gets it out to the 35, so good field position for the Birds. There's plenty of time, 3:04 left and 2 timeouts.
And that Billy is still down back at about the 28-yard line. Now he has rolled over onto his back.
Yeah.
And certainly hope he's going to be okay. 3:04 to go here in the first half. Stuttgart Rice Birds lead the Monticello Billies 14-13 from Hyatt Field in Monticello. Beautiful turf field here. This facility has been here a long time now. It's had some upgrades. Of course, they moved the home stands from the from the east side to the west side. Built a bigger press box over there for the home crowd, and still have the small wooden press box here on the visitor side, and that's where Brent and I are sitting, along with Andrew Skinner, who is running our live stream camera for us tonight on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Rice Bird YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. Here come the Rice Birds. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. Tyquan Hall to the left to Price, the quarterback. And Tyquan Hall comes out of the backfield. He's got it, and he is gone. Put it on the scoreboard. They are not going to catch him. Tyquan Hall.
Tyquan Hall came out of the backfield. Nobody went with him. He caught the ball right about the 50, and he had one man to beat, and he ran right by him, and he put it on the board. How about that for the Rice Birds? 65 yards on the first play from scrimmage there. And Lynn, you know, as I mentioned, it doesn't take the Rice Birds long to put points on the board. And, boy, 65 yards, Price to Hall, and Dawson McKelvey's on for the PAT here.
I see Mama with the camera right down here in front of us. She's going to document it. Left foot soccer-style kicker. It's up, and it's good. And the Stuttgart Rice Birds stretch their lead over the Monticello Billies. It's the Rice Birds 21, the Billies 13. We're back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello for Stuttgart Rice Bird football. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you joining us for Rice Bird football. It's powered by Petrus Auto Group each and every Friday night. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it. It's going to be fielded at about the 12, cutting back across the 20, 25, still on his feet on the far sideline and drawing the attention now of every Rice Bird on special teams, and they bring him down at about the 38-yard line, I believe is where they're going to mark it.
They've been doing a good job of fielding all those kicks down there, and you know picking up some pretty good returns. So they are all the way out to the 38. So pretty good field position here. But boy, it is really imperative on this Rice Bird defense to keep the Billies out of the end zone here in this final 2:45.
No question about that. They've finally built a little bit of separation here.
Yeah,
and would love to go into the halftime without giving up another score, as you mentioned, Brent. Here come the Billies, dressed in their bright blue. From the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Ball's going to be on the far hash mark here in the second quarter. They're moving from the left to the right from the 38-yard line. First down and 10. They move their big tight end and their slot from the left to the right. And they're there to block for Acellus, who gets the snap. Coming this way, and he's still on his feet, breaks out of a tackle. Yep. And there's the ball on the ground, and the Rice Birds recover!
And that was Keaton Byers, came up from behind.
He chopped it out of his hand.
Absolutely, he did. Acellus had no idea he was anywhere around, and Keaton swiped it away, and I believe that was Brylan Hogan right there who pounced on it. But, boy, Acellus had about 15 yards on the play, but boy, give Byers all the credit in the world
man.
for chopping the ball out, and boy, what a big turnover there.
And it was all Rice Birds around it at that point as well. You know, so many times you see that ball just bounce right back to the ball carrier, but not the case this time. Rice Birds all over it. Here come the Birds. 2:34 to go in the first half. Up 21-13 with the ball. First down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Kane Price back to pass, looking. Now he's just going to throw it into the ground and live to play the second down.
You're trying to set up a screen there. It looked like for Jeremiah Thomas, but the Billies had that well defended there. Nobody open, and Kane just threw it into the ground, as Lynn mentioned, right at the feet of Thomas. So second down 10, 2:27 left.
From the 41 of the Rice Birds, 59 yards away. Here come the Birds. Empty backfield. 4 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Caden Sims out here to the left. Send Taquan Hall in motion. Fake to him. They pick him up out of the backfield this time. Kane Price looks, fires downfield. He's got a man right in the center of the field. Complete. Sidesteps one defender. That's Jackson. And he is at the 39-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Move the sticks for the Rice Birds.
And Jeremiah Jackson just found a hole out there in the middle of that zone, and Price kept the play alive long enough to find him right in the middle of the field. 20 yards on that play.
Ball's on the far hash mark. Clock at 2:06 and moving here in the first half. Rice Birds with 2 timeouts and the ball. Taquan Hall into the line. Leans forward down to about the 38-yard line.
Not much up the middle tonight for Hall. Those big Billy linemen doing a good job. We might have to get Hall outside of the tackle box there.
Yeah. Well, he worked good on that little screen pass coming out of the backfield.
He did.
You know, he's got it. Here we go. Clock moving, 1:35 to go in the first half. Birds send Caden Sims wide to the left. 3 wide outs to the right. Taquan Hall in motion out of the backfield. Fires to him, and it's awfully low, and we got a penalty marker here on the near side. Not exactly sure.
I don't know what that penalty is going to be.
Now there's 2 more penalties.
That might be a face mask.
It could
there
very
because
well be.
there were no Rice Birds anywhere around that play. That Hall caught the pass here on the near side, took it all the way around the far side, picked up about 10 yards, but 2 flags on 2 different penalties on this play. One on the near side, I don't know.
It was seen by 2 officials.
Yeah, it could be. It could be illegal formation maybe here on the Rice Birds, but the one on the far side is probably going to be on the Billies, I'm thinking.
And waiting on the guy in the white hat, and of course he's going to direct his attention to the press box on the far side. So
yeah, he's talking to the Billies, so maybe they're both on the Rice Birds. But boy, it looked like Taquan Hall was surrounded by about 4 Billies over there. Where that flag came out, I didn't see any other Rice Birds over there. Well, let's see here. Still haven't given an indication. And it's hard for us to see. Looks like, illegal procedure on the Rice Birds is, well, if it's a false start, they should have blown it dead. Yeah, that's declined. So they're going to take the 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage as opposed to the penalty from 10 yards down the field. Second down 15 now.
Rice Birds get the down back.
Yep.
2 wide outs to the left. Bray Covington Minor. Also Hayden Prine. Back to pass. Kane Price now rolling to his left. He's still looking, surveying. Tucks it down 40, 35, 30. And he is pushed out of bounds into the sideline. No call, but Kane Price moves the sticks for the Rice Birds.
He's going to pick up 17 yards there. Now it's going to give the Rice Birds a first down with 55 seconds left to go.
Rice Birds still 2 timeouts. They've got the ball at the 27-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Rice Birds lead 21-13. Pick up a turnover and going to try to turn it into points. From the near hash mark, Birds moving from the right to the left, from the north to the south. From the near hash mark, 3 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Taquan Hall lined up to the right of the quarterback. Price calls for the ball, fakes, fires out real quick inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Jamarion Horde on the catch. He's going to have maybe about 8, 9. We're going to give him 9 on that catch.
Clock continues to run, 39, 38, 37. Here's the snap. Got a man right open on the far side over there inside the 15-yard line and wrestled down, and the Ricebirds will call one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Yeah, Bray Covington Minor on that catch. Couldn't quite make it out of bounds. It's going to be a first down.
Move the sticks for the Ricebirds. When we come back from the timeout, the Ricebirds will have 30 seconds to see what they can do here in the first half, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're back with more Ricebird football after this.
At the University of Arkansas, we're preparing students for the future. With an unbeatable mix of academic excellence, affordable tuition, record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and a proven track record for success after graduation, the Razorback experience delivers value and opportunity at every turn for them and for the communities across our state that they will impact. We're dedicated to Arkansas and improving the lives of Arkansans. That's been our mission since 1871.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have 30 seconds left and 1 timeout. They've got the ball at the 14-yard line of the Monticello Village from the far hash mark. Here come the Ricebirds. See if they can add to a 21-13 lead. Kane Price is the quarterback. Taekwon Hall lined up to the left of him. A little receiver package on the left. He starts to the left, now rolls back to his right, getting some pressure from the Billies. There's a nice block, and he's doing a little acting out there as well. And
incomplete in the corner, and there's a late flag.
And they are throwing the flag on that. Boy, that was an acting job, let me tell you, by the Billy out there. That was not a blindside block. No way. Oh, but I saw that acting that was coming, and you got to credit. Yeah. I mean, that was an Academy Award-winning stuff there.
Yeah, it worked.
It did work.
Yeah, Kane Price just tried to throw it up in the corner there for Jackson, and it was just a little too high, but it's going to be a penalty on the Ricebirds, and it's going to back them way up here with 19 seconds left. So,
got 30-yard line, so they got a little room to work with here. And they've got to get down to the 4-yard line for I believe that's right, if I can lean out the window here.
Yes.
Yeah, got to get to the 4-yard line for a first down.
Yeah.
But with 19 seconds to go, you're thinking end zone or you're thinking Dawson-McKelvey range?
I'm thinking Dawson-McKelvey range. Let's see if we can get it down there to about the 15.
Still first down for the Ricebirds. Time is the problem. 2 wide outs on each side. Price back to pass, looking, now being chased out of the pocket. Now he's just going to loft this one and –
well, yeah, the pass was way out of bounds. Jamarion Horde was held there, but the pass was way out of bounds there, so that's why I think no flag. 11 seconds left now. Ricebirds still with the timeout here, so 2 plays.
They can do something across the middle if they want to, if they see something there.
Yeah.
Ricebirds certainly want to get some points.
Yeah, they do.
Out of this turnover if they possibly can. What a great job they did stopping that drive, getting that turnover. Here they come to the line from the center of the field. 2 wide outs on each side. Taekwon Hall lined up to the left of Price. Price getting a little pressure. Now fires out in the flats. Incomplete. Intended for Taekwon.
Yeah, Lynn and Bray Covington Minor on the right side was open there. If Kane would have looked that way, but he didn't do it. Third and 26 with 5 seconds left here, so we're going to bring on Dawson-McKelvey for a 47-yard field goal attempt, if my math is correct.
The holder for your field goal attempts is Hayden Prine. Excuse me, the snapper is Hayden Prine. The holder is Keaton Byers. Left foot, soccer-style kicker, has it lined up. It will be a 46-yard attempt and timeout. Monticello, I guess?
No, we took that there.
Okay.
I think the play clock was getting a little bit low there. And, boy, sure would like to pick up about 10 yards there maybe to give Dawson a better shot at a field goal. Ricebirds pick up the big turnover here. Would have loved to get a touchdown here, but now they'll settle for a long field goal attempt. But
give them a 2-score lead.
Yeah.
Because Monticello will get the ball first in the second half. Again, Hayden Prine is the long snapper. The season started with Bo Barnes doing that. Keaton Byers is the holder. Dawson McKelvey, left foot, soccer-style kicker.
And they do have a return man in the end zone. Don't think he can return it out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone he can. No. Awaiting for the snap. Snap, hold, kick. It's on its way, and it is
off to the right.
Just short.
Yep. Had the distance just off to the right, I believe.
As time expires, the Stuttgart Ricebirds head to the locker room with a 21-13 lead over the Monticello Billies. We'll be back with the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Brent will have our halftime stats. We'll try to get some scores from going on around the rest of the league, and we'll have that information for you and more. Also, the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. I'm waiting to see if they'll perform first or second, but we'll go ahead and go into a break, and we'll try not to miss the Ricebird Marching Band here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. So we're going to step away for 5 minutes, and we'll be back with more information here at halftime.
Time for an oil change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube, they have GM Dexos certified oil, along with quality Pennzoil, and they can change your air filter and windshield wipers, and even replace your rundown battery with an interstate battery. You don't need an appointment. Just drive in. For quality service, for quality people, see Harry's Rapid Lube at 2208 South Timber in Stuttgart, or phone 672-7200. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
More students are turning to UA Little Rock because we're leading the way in making college affordable for all Arkansans. With the Pell Grant, the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarship, and our half-off scholarship, you can get a college degree without debt. Don't qualify for Pell? No problem. We have options to help you affordably earn a 4-year degree. With scholarships and campus jobs, we're removing barriers for all. That's the Trojan Guarantee. Expect more with UA Little Rock.
Are you tired of leaking on yourself? Tired of those embarrassing moments? Do you have chronic sciatica? Low back pain? Are you experiencing painful intercourse? Hemorrhoids? Maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Would you like to improve your balance? And oh, the incontinence. Did you know that all of that can be resolved in as little as 3 weeks? That's right, only 28 minutes twice a week for 3 weeks. Most people notice a difference after their second session. The Ancella by BTL is so easy to use. You stay fully clothed. It's totally non-invasive, and there is 95% patient satisfaction. This is a breakthrough for incontinence and ED, and we here at the Katie Shack have made all of this relief possible for you. So why put up with those symptoms, especially now that you know that there is a cure? We have special financing available, and we have amazing affordable packaging deals. This is FDA approved and proven. Please call us at 870-873-4300 and let us help you on this journey to a better, healthier way of life.
Power plus speed plus exhilaration equals the fabulous English sports car, the Lotus Emira. You want it. You need it. Play this month at Saracen Casino and qualify for the drawing on Saturday, October 25th. Incomparable, captivating, intoxicating. Lotus Emira, the world's best-sounding automobile. It can be yours from Lotus of Nashville and Saracen Casino.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart powers Ricebird football every Friday night, and they can keep you rolling too with a great selection of trucks and SUVs, including Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, Jeep, and Ram. We won't be beat on price, and you can't beat our hometown service after the sale. 2 great locations, including 19th and Main Street for Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You're always a winner with Ricebird football and Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart.
Life's complicated. Your checking account shouldn't be. At Simmons Bank, we keep banking simple, with you in mind. Get paid early. Avoid fees. Bank from anywhere. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Choose your account and open online in minutes. Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. All accounts subject to approval. Restrictions apply.
Bathing, cooking, cleaning, getting dressed. Did you know that 70% of Americans aged 65 and over can expect to need assistance with at least 2 of these activities in their lifetime? Whether you remain in your home or are admitted to an assisted living facility or a nursing home, the need for assistance is costly. Long-term care insurance helps to cover these costs. Give Holly or Keith at Connection Insurance a call at 870-673-9249 to learn more about how long-term care insurance can help protect your assets and give you peace of mind today.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Every tackle, every touchdown, Stuttgart stands tall behind the Ricebirds, and so does Sutherland's on 22nd Street. From bad boy mowers to lumber, plumbing, appliances, and furniture, Sutherland's has the tools and the know-how to keep this town running strong. Proud to support the Stuttgart Ricebirds, because at Sutherland's, friendly service and hometown pride always play on the same team.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show, coming to you tonight from Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band has just taken their award-winning performance out onto the field. And from our vantage point, you'll get to watch them from the reverse side, the same side that the Ricebird fans here in attendance are getting to watch them. So enjoy the Ricebird Marching Band. halftime in Monticello. It's the Southern Bancorp halftime show. I understand the sound's probably not going to be as good as it would be when we're actually facing the band, because we are on the back, and of course they are primarily addressing the home crowd here in Monticello. This is their award-winning performance that they worked on all season long. Here's more of your award-winning Stuttgart Riceburg Marching Band. Now the Riceburg Marching Band, their big finale, I think is going to be the fight song, but I guess not. I think they are going to negate that, give a little bit more time to the Monticello Marching Band. So great job by the Stuttgart Riceburg Marching Band here performing at the half.
Around the 8-4A, Warren leads Star City 42-7. Hamburg leads Crossett 42-0 in the second quarter, and DeWitt leads Helena at halftime 20-18.
Wow!
So
you know, we know Helena's got some athletes.
They do. All right, let's hit the stats here for the Monticello Billies. It's been mostly number 6, Joseph Ocellis, 18 carries. 117 yards in the first half for number 6. Jackson Hines has 3 carries, and he has both touchdowns for the Billies. He has 3 total yards. Hudson Harvey has 1 carry for 5. 125 yards rushing for the Monticello Billies. Hudson Harvey through the air is 5 out of 7 for 47 yards. They are led receiving by Jackson Hines with 2 catches for 17 yards. That's 125 on the ground, 47 through the air, 172 total yards for the Billies here in the first half for the Riceburgs. Taekwon Hall, 6 carries, 32 yards. Kane Price has 4 carries for 33 yards. That's 65 yards on the ground for the Birds. Through the air, Kane is 12 out of 17 for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Jackson has 3 catches for 65, including a 30-yard touchdown reception. Bray Covington Minor has 2 catches for 9. Hayden Prine, 1 for 10. Jamarion Horde has 2 catches for 16. Jeremiah Thomas, 1 for 15. Taekwon Hall, 3 catches for 85 yards, including a big 65-yard touchdown reception. That's 200 yards through the air, 65 on the ground, 265 total yards for the Rice Birds to 172 for the Monticello Billies. So the Rice Birds winning the battle of the stats and winning here on the scoreboard. But what do we say every week, Lynn? That first possession of the third quarter is usually the biggest one. And, boy, it is going to be a big one tonight because the Billies get the ball coming out after halftime.
Yeah, and they were stopped once. The Rice Birds were stopped actually twice, once with the half and, of course, once with a punt as well.
Yeah, and we stopped the Billies twice. We had a fumble, and then they punted once.
That's true. That's exactly right. So pretty even so far as that is concerned. Now we're watching the Monticello Billies marching band performing at half here with a little over 5 minutes to go here in the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Taking a look at next week, Brent, the Warren Lumberjacks come to Stuttgart, and that's always a tussle for the Rice Birds.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you know, we've talked about the last 2 weeks here. DeWitt and Monticello really want to, you know, grind it out on the ground and take time off the clock, keep the ball away from Stuttgart. Well, that won't be the case next week. No. It's going to be a fast and furious pace from both offenses next week. So yeah, you know, buckle up on that because the ball is going to be thrown all over the field, ran everywhere. It's going to be a fantastic game next week.
Should be, and, of course, that'll be a big game as far as playoff implications are concerned, regardless of what happens here tonight.
Right.
But no doubt it will be a huge game, and it may be a game that's more important for Warren than it would be for Stuttgart, too. That's always a possibility.
Right,
So we'll see how that shakes out. In addition, next week, Star City will be at Hamburg. Got to think that's going to be a Hamburg Lion win there. Yeah. And Monticello, these Billies right here, travel to Phillips County and take on Helena.
Boy, yeah, that's going to be a good matchup there. I mean, you know, Helena a lot like Monticello in you know the record might not show, you know, how much talent they got on the team. You know, both teams very talented, but, boy, that's a long trip for Monticello, and, you know, it's not easy to win over there at Helena.
It's sure not. No question about that, particularly if the field's muddy.
Yes, that's right.
Also, next week, DeWitt will travel to Crossett, and you got to think that DeWitt's kind of going to get that bit between their teeth there as well because that'll be a huge game for them. They'll have to have that one.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and they got a big game, you know, there tonight against Helena with a 2-point lead at halftime. So that's a big game for both teams there.
Let's take a look a little bit further down the pike, too. Let's look here 2 weeks from tonight, which will be Halloween night. Hard to believe that, too.
Boy, yeah. You know, and Halloween night is usually when we play Lone Oak.
That's exactly
when we were in the 2-4A.
That's exactly right. But the Rice Birds, we're going to travel right back these same roads again.
We are.
We'll travel to Star City to take on the Bulldogs. Hamburg will be at DeWitt. That'll be an interesting game in 2 weeks. Helena at Warren, and then Crossett will be right here at Monticello. All that'll be taking place in 2 weeks from tonight. And believe it or not, after that, there'll be only 1 week remaining in the regular season.
Yeah. You know, depending on what happens, you know, well, that last week is always a big week, you know, as far as playoff concerns. But, you know, if the Rice Birds can win these next few weeks, it could be for the conference title.
It could very well be, no question about that. And a number 1 seed, and I think hometown or
a bye,
first round bye.
A first round bye and home field advantage all the way through for the winner of the 8-4A.
Yeah, so that would be certainly a prize out there, a carrot out there in front of whoever's going to be at the head of that pack. But we still got a lot of football to play, including another 24 minutes here tonight as the Stuttgart Rice Birds will have their hands full here with the Monticello Billies. Birds up here 21-13 at the half. We'll take another break here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show, and when we come back, we'll be set to kick off the second half of this one here from Monticello tonight. Stay with us. We'll be back on the Southern Bancorp halftime show in 4 minutes.
Did you know that since 1907, Lane has been providing water services to cities, industries, and farmers, not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Lane provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs water wells, and installs underground pipes. Lane also has an in-house machine shop, which is prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with the complete parts department open to the public. For all your water needs, contact Lane first at 2015 South Main in Stuttgart, or call 870-673-1591.
What does it feel like to know it matters to others how you're doing? What's weighing on your mind? That you're happy right now? That your body's healthy? and that those around you are taken care of too. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind. So you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and bushels. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Greg Hatcher and his companies are proud supporters of high school football. The Hatcher Agency is the state's largest employee benefits agency, offering outrageous service and voted best insurance agency in Arkansas virtually every year since 2004. Hatcher Capital Investments offers 401k plans and wealth management. Twin City Limousine offers vehicles that are great for weddings. And of course, the popular Scoops homemade ice cream. Greg Hatcher and his companies wish you a successful season.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
And we welcome you back to Hyatt Field in Monticello for tonight's 8-4A conference matchup between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Monticello Billies. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead it at the half, 21-13. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. The ad just on there for Arkansas State. They played last Tuesday night on ESPN2, and while it wasn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen, Arkansas State for the second game in a row got it done in the last seconds.
Yeah, they did. Was that the game where they kicked the field goal to win it? I think you won it on Tuesday night.
It was a walk-off. The only time they led the game was when the scoreboard had all zeros on it.
That was at South Alabama?
At South Al, it sure was. And, of course,
a big win there.
Game before that, it was against a good Texas State team that's on their way to the new Pac-12.
Yeah.
And so that was a big win for them as well. So they're going to look back at a couple of losses earlier in the year that they should not have had that might come back and hurt them when it comes bowl time. But we'll see how that works out. And then, of course, Arkansas Razorbacks are going to have their hands full tomorrow. And I believe you're going to be in attendance, aren't you, Brent?
Yes, I am. We're going to brave the weather and the rain and try to check out the Hogs and Aggies tomorrow afternoon.
Want to thank you for listening to the Southern Bancorp Halftime Show. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Locations in both DeWitt and Stuttgart. Dawson McKelvey's got it teed up for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. There's the whistle from the official. He moves up. He puts that left foot into it, end-over-end kick, and it's going to be fielded at about the 16-yard line, back across the 20, 25, 30, and on the return, I believe, was number 34.
Yes, yes, it was. Yeah.
Talon Hoover.
Yeah, Talon Hoover, he takes it out to the 33, so pretty good starting field position here for the Billies. And, yeah, this is a big possession for both teams here. But, you know, for the Billies, I don't think they get fancy. I don't think they change anything. You know, just keep it on the ground to number 6 there and see what they can do and see if the Ricebirds have made any adjustments here to try to slow him down.
Lining up behind center is going to be number 8, Jackson Hines, instead of the traditional quarterback, Hudson Harvey. Hines takes the snap. It's a high snap. He's just going to keep it right up the middle, looking for a little seam, and not going to break. He does break away from Tyler,
Ethan Boyd there.
Yeah, Ethan had him, and really, Ethan, you can credit him for the stop because he held him up long enough for the rest of the Ricebirds to come finish him off, but he did pick up an extra couple of yards when he finally broke through from Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan had him right about the 35, but couldn't quite bring him down, and, he's going to get out to the 38, so a gain of about 5 on first down for Hines.
Second down here in the third quarter. Monticello will be moving from the left to the right on your radio dial. That's from the south to the north here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. Monticello Billies in bright blue, Ricebirds in all white. Handoff coming to the near side, a little bit of running room.
There you go.
For number 6 on Joseph Vaselis. He gets hog-tied on the near side over here, Damari McKinney. And look who's there as well. Keaton Byers also for the Ricebirds, number 14, Jordan Miner.
Yeah, gain of about 3 for Vaselis on that stretch play. And, boy, they have been working that stretch play to death. And going to bring up third down and a long 2 for the Billies here.
Just underway, third quarter action. Stuttgart with a 21-13 lead over the Monticello Billies. Here comes the Billies quickly to the line. Everybody in tight. And the ball is snapped over the quarterback's head. They're chasing him back. Ricebirds, get it! Ricebirds recover. Cordero Berry has it.
Boy, Cordero Berry, Lynn, he got through the line. He saw the ball was on the field. He got back there and knocked Hines out of the way and then grabbed the ball. What a phenomenal play by Berry. And the big break there for the Ricebirds on the high snap. And Hines couldn't come down with it, and Berry picks it up.
Oh, man. Now, the Ricebirds, imperative, Brent, I think the Ricebirds have got to capitalize on this. Here they come.
They do.
We talked about how important that first possession of the third quarter is. Well, it's getting real big for the Ricebirds. Kane Price has everybody in tight, except for Jamarion Horde on the left side. He takes a snap. He starts right. Now he's cutting back left. He's got some running room. 20, 15, and out of bounds, shy of the 10-yard line for Kane Price.
And, Kane started out to the right that time, had nothing, but came all the way back to the left, and he's going to pick up a first down there. He had a lot of room on the near side.
He did. That's a play that always scares me about a hold, Brent, when they turn around.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
I was looking for a flag on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we come. Ricebirds, first down and 10. From the 13-yard line of the Monticello Billies on the near hash mark, Kane Price, shotgun formation with Thomas to his right. Fakes, he fires toward the end zone, incomplete, intended for Jamarion Horde, number 4. In the end zone, falls incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up now for the Birds.
Yeah, he tried to fake the quick out pass and then to hit Horde when he turned it up and just put a little too much mustard on it maybe, and Horde couldn't bring it in.
Here we go, second down and 10. Again from the 13-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Kane Price. Thomas standing to his left. Sends Bo Barnes in motion. And Bo is still in motion. He fires out, complete. Sidesteps one defender at the 10, the 5, twisting, turning, and gets brought down just right about the 5-yard line. If they give him forward progress, it should be just about the 5.
I think they're going to mark it at about the 6. That was Bray Covington Minor on that catch. It's going to bring up third down, and let's see. Third down and about
3.
Yeah, I think so.
From the 6-yard line of the Monticello Billies. 9:50 to go, third quarter. Birds trying to capitalize on a turnover. Handoff, Jeremiah Thomas trying to get the corner. And he turns the corner. Is he in? No signal.
Yes.
Touchdown, Ricebirds. Number 11, Jeremiah Thomas takes it to the house.
Jeremiah Thomas broken arm tackle at about the 5 and just snuck it inside the pylon. He had two Billies breathing down on him hard, but Jeremiah Thomas sneaks the ball in there, and boy, the Ricebirds take advantage of that high snap and then the turnover that Cordero Berry picked up, and they take a 27-13 lead.
Dawson McKelvey's on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Keaton Byers and the snap of Hayden Prine. Good snap, good hold. Now we got a penalty marker before the play, and it's going to be an offsides against Monticello.
Yeah, it was the guy on the left side. I think that was number 7, maybe. Yeah, he got off just a little early. And let's see, Ricebirds declined the penalty.
But the whistle blew the play dead, so the extra point that was good doesn't count.
Right.
Dawson's going to have to line up and do it again.
Yep.
Once again, the snapper is Hayden Prine. The holder, Keaton Byers. Left foot, soccer style kicker, Dawson McKelvey. Low snap, but good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds stretch their lead over the Monticello Billies, 28-13. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Renting equipment for your next project is easy when you call U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt. Trenchers, log splitters, generators, and pump sets can all be rented from U.S. Irrigation, where you'll find the farmer's favorite lineup of equipment and supplies. Levee gates, steel, PVC, and polypipe. Supplies like drip oil, dance boots with chaps, the original muck boot, and Twisted X footwear. It's all at U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart, or at 550 Highway 165 north in DeWitt.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football tonight from Monticello. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, just drills it right down central. It's going to be fielded about the 18 with a full head of steam back across the 30, about 36, 37-yard line. Brent's been about that same spot on every return tonight.
Yes, it has. Right in between the 35 and 40, and that's where they're going to have it here again. But, boy, the Birds come out and get exactly what they need. They pick up the turnover, and then they go down and catch it in for 7, and now they have a 28-13 lead.
Brent, I keep thinking on one of those kickoffs they're going to mishandle that because they're hitting it with a head of steam.
They are.
You just can't do that all night long.
Right.
Here come the Billies. They're going to send the big man out, split wide to the right. That's Jackson Rawls, number 5, 6'7", 225-pound tight end. They've got him split wide to the right. Quarterback back in, number 12. Hands off Vaselis on the far sideline over there. Keaton Byers mows his legs out from under him, but not until he gets the first down, out to about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he picks up 13 yards on that one.
They're going to put it right to midfield stripes. So first down and 10 for the Monticello Billies. And again, back in at quarterback, number 12, Hudson Harvey. He was not the quarterback when the ball sailed over the quarterback's head. That went over Jackson Hines' head.
Yep, and I think it would have gone over
Harvey's
head, too. It was way over his head.
Yeah, it would have gone over Rawls' head. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Fakes, fires out into the near side. And a great open field tackle. You're not going to see a better one. Jordan Miner cuts the legs out from under Jackson Hines.
Absolutely. Jordan Miner got off of his block and came blazing up the field and took down Hines right at the line of scrimmage. Fantastic tackle.
Second down and 10 coming up for the Billies from the midfield stripe. That moves the ball to the near hash mark. Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position here at Hyatt Field in Monticello tonight. Beautiful turf field with a big blue M right in the center of it. Blue end zones. Quarterback and Ricebirds almost get a hand on it, but guess who? Jackson Rawls gets his hands on it. He gets it forward for some positive yardage out to about the 42, 43-yard line, Brian. I can't tell.
Yes, the 43. Yeah, Damari McKinney almost got a hand on that and knocked it down. It's going to be a gain of
about 7 because it's going to bring up now third down and 3 coming up for the Monticello Billies. From the Ricebird 43-yard line, getting the play from the coach on the sidelines. Once again, they're going to send the big man, number 5, split wide to the right.
Got to watch the hard count.
Jackson Rawls. Quarterback takes it, hands off Vaselis. He's got a first down and a little bit more, and the Ricebirds finally bow him around backwards and bend him back as he gets to the 35-yard line, bow him back to about the 36. Damari McKinney in on the stop for the Ricebirds.
He's going to pick up 7 on that play. 21 carries, 140 yards for Vaselis tonight.
Here come the Billies, 7:34 to go here in the third quarter. Stuttgart with a 28-13 lead. Billy's on the move. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Takes, hands off Vaselis. He sidesteps a defender right at the line. He gets into the secondary, and he gets some positive yardage inside the Ricebird 20-yard line. Great run for Keaton Byers. Finally gets in there and cuts him down.
Yeah, 16 yards that time, and he kind of used the referee as a screen there. Yeah, he did. But boy, can't say enough about that Monticello line. Boy, they are big all the way across that
really
line.
are.
Look at them.
Yeah, they're
a lot
huge.
of big ones.
They're huge. Big old grain-fed boys.
Mm-hmm. And then the tight end is 6'7", so.
Yeah. Quarterback, number 12, Hudson Harvey. Shotgun formation, moves his slot, and he's tight end from the right to the left, and that's for blocking. Hand off to Sellis. He breaks a tackle in the backfield.
Yep.
And he's finally going to be drug out of bounds on the far sideline over there.
Yeah,
for the Ricebirds.
Cordero Berry crashed in that time and went for his legs, but boy, Sellis just kept his legs going and kicked away from him, and he's down inside or just at the 5, I believe.
First down, goal to go. Dagan Duncan's checking in. Checking out is Caden Sims. And they snapped the ball before Caden got off the field. And handoff up the middle. No signal, but there is a penalty marker, and that could be against the Ricebirds for Caden not getting off the field.
That was Hines on the Wildcat. He took it down to the 1. Or maybe the Billies weren't set because they snapped it pretty quick.
Well, I think they were trying to catch the Ricebirds.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's what they called. It's on the Ricebirds, but they're not going to take that penalty because they have the ball inside the 1.
Second down, goal to go coming up for the Monticello Billies. Once again, little Wildcat with Jackson Hines. Official steps in and stops play here. A couple of them want to confer. And let's see what's going on here. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Stuttgart with a 28-13 lead over the Monticello Billies. Monticello deep in the Ricebird red zone.
Yeah, the scoreboard's got first down, but it's second down at the 1.
Right.
Yeah, it's declined, which, we knew that. So
second down and 1 from the 1.
Less than 1, actually.
Yeah, that's
ball is almost touching the goal line.
How about snapping it over his head?
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? No, didn't.
Not going to as he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Monticello on the carry, number 8, Jackson Hines.
Yeah, hit his third touchdown of the night. He has touchdowns of 1, 3, and 1 yard. 3 touchdowns and 13 total yards for Hines. So looks like they're going to keep the offense out here, of course, and try to get a 2-point conversion here to get it back to a 1-score game. It's 28-19 right now, and boy, if the Ricebirds could stop this, it would be huge. It would be big.
Keep it a 2-possession game. Quarterback is back in, number 12. He's back to pass. Looks, fires. He's got a man complete. The big boy, number 5, on the reception out there, and that's Jackson Rawls for the 2-point conversion. It is good, and the Monticello Billies draw within 7 of the Ricebirds. They trail 28-21. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network, in 30 seconds.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Monticello Billies now are trying an onside kick attempt, and the Ricebirds are going to cover it up. very nicely at the 49-yard line.
Bo Barnes got it, Lynn, and I tell you what, he got about 3 of them last week too, I think.
Yes, he did.
So, yeah, great hands again by Bo Barnes, and the Birds will have great field position. And, you know, this game now is looking a lot like the game last week, you know. I mean, Rice Birds will get up by 2 scores, and then they would answer.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So, I mean, the Rice Birds just have to keep scoring here, have to keep the foot on the gas and try to put some more points on the board.
The ball is 1 yard short of the midfield stripe on the Rice Birds side. 6:28 to go, third quarter. Here come the Birds. 2 wideouts to each side. Ball's on the far hash mark. Kane Price, quarterback. Single back standing to his right. Kane Price rears back, fires. He's got a man complete at the 40, breaks a tackle. Down to the 35, breaks another tackle. He's dancing all the way down, still on his feet, close to the 30-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark him. Probably about the 32, I think is where they're going to say his forward progress got to. What a catch, and then what a run after the catch.
18 yards, Bray Covington Minor, his 4th catch of the night.
Here come the Birds from the far hash mark. Line of scrimmage is the 32 of Monticello. Kane Price takes a snap, back to pass, fires, got a man on the flats, and he slips down at about the 26-yard line. Going to be a short gain for the Rice Birds.
A gain of about 5 on first down. Bray Covington Minor again, he caught the ball and
he had more yards there, though.
He did. He just tried to turn and slip. Well, it's going to be a gain of almost 6 on first down.
Well, yes, it is. Second down and long 3, short 4 coming up now for the Birds. 2 wideouts to the right, which is the short side of the field. Also 2 wideouts to the left. Kane Price takes a snap, rolling to his left, looking, now running back to his right, and he cuts it upfield. He's at the 20, the 15, and steps out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it on the far side.
Looks like
close to the 10, Brent.
Yeah, I think maybe the 12 is where they're going to mark it. We're going to give Kane 14, and that's going to be another Rice Bird first down.
5:19 to go here in the third quarter. Stuttgart on the march.
Yeah, first and 10 at the 12, so the Birds can get a first down inside the 2.
Caden Sims checks back in for the Rice Birds. Number 17, he's going to be split wide to the right. Here on the near side, you got Jeremiah Jackson, Hayden Prine. Back to pass, fires out in the flats, got his man complete. Dancing it to 10, down to the 6-yard line.
Yep, Covington Minor again. His six catch for 46 yards, and he's really doing a good job of taking up the slack for QT Johnson tonight.
Yes,
Bray
he is.
Covington Minor, number 18, only a 10th grader.
And that's a good point you brought up, Brent. We haven't reminded our listeners that might be periodically checking in with us, but QT is out this week. Suffered a bruised shoulder in last week's game, and going to let him get some rest this week. Quickly firing out toward the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Yeah.
Intended for Caden Sims out there.
Yeah, overthrown that time. He was one-on-one, and Kenya threw it to the corner pylon there, but Sims was backpedaling just a little bit and couldn't get to it. It went over his head. So third down and 5 from the 7. Birds can get a first down.
And they need to. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well within Dawson McKelvey range, but I think the Rice Birds are going to need touchdowns. Empty backfield. Kane Price with 2 wideouts to the left, 3 to the right. Takes a snap, just a quarterback draw, looking, darting, and diving inside the 5.
He's going to be close to the first down. He's going to be short. I think he's at the 3, so it's going to be 4th down and 1, I believe.
And here come the Birds to the line. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Kane Price, the quarterback, sends 2 in motion now. Timeout, Rice Birds.
2 men in motion there. Something wasn't right on that play, so a smart timeout by Kane.
Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with the Rice Birds. You're listening to Stuttgart Rice Bird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Here we go from Monticello. The Stuttgart Ricebirds facing 4th down and 1. From the Monticello 3-yard line. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Kane Price calling the signal. Sends a man in motion. Hands it to him on a speed sweep. Turning the corner into the end zone.
He's not in, but it is a first down. Good boy, they're going to mark him.
Oh, my goodness, he is close.
Yeah, inside the 1, but it is going to be a first down on the speed sweep to Taekwon Hall.
And that is about as hard a spot on this field to see as we can,
we can
see.
It is.
Kane Price, again, sends a man in motion, fakes to him. Oh, my goodness, and now there's a whistle before the snap and a yellow flag.
But it looks like it
might be against.
It's
offsides against Monticello.
Offsides on Monticello, but it's not going to move the ball any closer to the goal line than what it already is. But I tell you what, Kane, I think was going to keep that ball, and he didn't have it anywhere to go on the right side there. I don't think, unless he was going to jump up and throw it.
He's got Taekwon Hall lined up to his right. Receiver bunch to the left. Takes, hands off, Hall. Pushing into the line. Is he in?
Yes.
Touchdown, Ricebirds. Taekwon Hall takes it the final yard, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead back out.
I'll tell you what, give credit to that Billy defense because, boy, that was a tough last 5 yards for the Ricebird to get, but they finally get it into the end zone. 3:59 left in the third quarter. The Ricebirds retake a 2-score lead, 34-21. Dawson McKelvey is on for the PAT attempt.
Left foot soccer-style kicker out of the hold of Keaton Byers. And the snap is there, the hold is there, the kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Monticello Billies 35-21 with 3:59 to go here in the third quarter. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
And speaking of road trips, the Ricebirds are on one here tonight. They're in Monticello, taking on the Monticello Billies in 8-4A conference action. And right now, with 3:59 to go in the third quarter, Stuttgart leads Monticello 35-21. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, sails it right down central. It's going to be fielded at about the 27-yard line and back across the 40 and out to about the 43-yard line. Probably the best return of the night for the Monticello Billies.
Yeah, just a hard, low grounder of a kick there, and they didn't pick that up going forward, but they picked it up at about the 25 that time and got out to the 43. So, yeah, this is eerily similar to last week's game. Really a 2-score lead goes to 1. Now the Birds push it back up to 2, but let's see if they can get a big stop here.
Birds do need a stop. Quarterback number 12 is back in, Hudson Harvey. Moves his big tight end from the right to a slot on the left. He's there to block for Acellus.
Whoa,
and the Ricebirds wrap Acellus up in the backfield.
Absolutely. He ran right into the arms of big number 50, Trey Phillips, and Trey wrapped him up and bear hugged him right down. It's going to be a short loss on the play.
But, you said this in the first half, Brent. That's the thing about Acellus is, you hit him, you stop him, you hit him, you stop him, and bam, he breaks one for 30.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So look for him again. Everybody's in tight. Hand to Acellus. He's starting. on the right to the left, and he gets out, and boy, there's a helmet-to-helmet collision out there with the Ricebirds, number 19, Brylan Hogan.
Brylan Hogan went down low and took down to Sellis. He's going to pick up 5. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
And Sellis is still down. I think that's a Sellis that's down. He took a leg.
Yeah, he did. He lowered his head. And
he did, and they met helmet
and they both
to
went
helmet.
down low there, yeah.
Yeah, they met helmet to helmet.
Yep.
Hope he's okay, because I'm telling you, that was a wicked collision right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position.
Yeah,
here.
I know. And he's got his helmet off, so I think he definitely got his bell rung on that one.
Yeah,
he's
no
walking
question.
off
He's
now,
walking
but he
off.
does have his helmet off, and he's trying to shake out the cobwebs.
He will, and I look for him to be back. He gets down on the bench over there, and they'll tend to him. Hope he's okay. And it's going to bring up now, 3rd down and a long 5 coming up. The ball at the Monticello 48-yard line. And 3 minutes even to go here in the 3rd quarter. They send the big tight end, split wide to the right. And there's a oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they blew it dead.
Yeah, they did blow it dead.
But Mark McKinney was gone with that interception.
His dance, wasn't he?
He was gone with that one.
He was picking his dance.
Yeah.
They were trying to get that one out to the big boy.
Yep.
And they've got some sirens or something going off. I don't know if that has anything to do with what the problem is or not. But
illegal procedure on the Billy, so that's a big 5-yard penalty there on 3rd down and 5. It's going to take them back to 3rd down. It's going to take about to 3rd down and 10 now.
Back inside their own 45-yard line. They've got to get to the Ricebird 47 for a 1st down.
That's right. So if they don't get anything here, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, how they handle it.
Game clock, 3rd quarter, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, 2 wide outs to the right. The big man split wide to the left. Back to pass. He's looking that way. Fires, and oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Knocks your block off. Hillman had his hand on it. Had that big mid up there, and then he tipped it, and then almost 2 more Ricebirds had a shot at it, as well as the big man, number 5, Jackson Rawls for Monticello.
Yeah, Knox Hillman got a hand on it, and it just threw off the timing there, and Rawls couldn't get his hands up in time, and it went off his hands and fell incomplete. So 4th down and 10 now, and a big decision here for Monticello, 4th down and 10 in their own territory.
I don't see how they could go for it, but
they are.
Here they are.
Sellis is back in the game, too.
Back to pass, looking towards the Sellis, and he's there, and the Ricebirds bat it down. Will take over. What a play by Keaton Byers.
Yeah.
And also number 14 out there, too, Jordan Miner.
Yeah, because the Sellis came out of the backfield, and it looked like he was open, but Harvey kind of lobbed the pass out there just a little too much and gave Keaton Byers time to get over there and swat it down. A big stop for the Ricebirds here, and they can really, really do some damage here with a touchdown.
Love that smartness of Keaton, because he didn't try to intercept it. His sole purpose on that was to knock that ball
absolutely,
down.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect play there, and he didn't get there early, get a pass interference. He timed it perfectly in a big stop right there.
All right, here we come. Christian Henson, the center, number 59, down over the ball. Here come the Ricebirds. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the short side of the field. 1 wide out to the left, Caden Sims. Kane Price, the quarterback, takes, hands off. Thomas into the line, puts his head down. The pile pushes maybe a couple. Look at that. All the way down to the 40-yard line, about 3.
Yeah, they didn't give him that forward progress at all, though, because he was down to the 40, and they're going to mark it just outside the 41, so not a very good spot there at all. They blew the whistle early, very early.
They did. Need to talk to them about that junior high game last night in forward progress. We'll talk about that a little bit. 1 wide out to the left, 2 to the right. Short side of the field is to the right. Here come the Birds with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kane Price fakes, fires. He's got Caden Sims complete at the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Move the sticks for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, Caden Sims, 13 yards on that catch. His first catch of the night, and boy, what a big one there. A big 1st down catch of 13 yards. Caden Sims, another one of those sophomores that has played lights out all year.
He's been a big play man. There's no question about that, and he's really complimented QT Johnson real well as well. Taquan Hall lined up to the left. Kane Price, the quarterback. They send Bo Barnes in motion out of the back. Hand off into the line, spinning, trying to get free. Taquan Hall powers his way down for a couple.
Yeah, he spun forward that time. I think he maybe a yard, but that's about it. Not much there. Yeah, well, Yeah, they're going to give him about a yard and a half. That big defensive line for the Billies doing their job tonight.
We got a pretty good offensive line out there too, Brent.
Yep,
we'll
do.
Talk about them here in just a little bit. Back to pass. Looking, airing it out. Got a man wide open. Keaton Byers, touchdown, Ricebirds! Oh, my, was Keaton Byers wide open or what?
He was wide open on a little wheel route. Keaton Byers right down the near sideline, and Kane saw him all the way, hit him right on the money. 27 yards on that throw and catch, and Keaton Byers has a touchdown for the Ricebirds. A big one there for the Ricebirds. They needed that there to stretch their lead out. 27 yards, that's Byers' first catch of the night, and boy, Kane is really spreading the ball around tonight. 8 different Ricebirds have caught a pass tonight.
Wow. Dawson McKelvey on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is perfect. The Stuttgart Ricebirds have doubled up the score on the Monticello Billies. They lead 42-21. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynne, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just stretched their lead out over the Monticello Billies, 42-21. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, end over end. It sails all the way down to the 8-yard line. It's caught on a dead run, coming to the near side, trying to get a little room, and does cut to the near side. On the return, number 34, and he's going to be gang tackled at the Ricebird 49-yard line. Catching him out here for the Ricebirds is number 23, Tristan Robinson. And a nice return, best return of the night for number 34. And let me tell you what, Brent, and you know this, when he catches it, he is running full speed.
Yeah, they've done a great job all night of catching those kicks.
And hanging on to them.
Yeah, they have a fantastic job, and they have great field position here to end this third quarter. 32 seconds left, but the Billies are down 3 scores.
Ricebirds cannot take the foot off the gas.
Nope.
Here come the Billies to the line, right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position. We can just about touch the big man, number 5, on the head out here on this side. He's lined up wide right, 2 lined up wide left. The quarterback is number 12, Hudson Harvey. Takes a snap, hands to Acellus. Acellus cuts it into the line, and Ricebirds hammering.
Oh, and the ball came out, Lynn.
You are kidding us.
The ball came out, and Brylan Hogan comes out of the pile with it. Jordan Acellus coughs it up again, and he still may be feeling the effects of that hit on the last play. Bo Barnes got him from behind, and we couldn't see the ball come out. But, boy, the Ricebirds jumped up and started pointing our way, and Brylan Hogan, I believe, was the one that came out of there with it. So the Ricebirds pick up another turnover from the Billies.
I thought Dagan Duncan was celebrating a great tackle out there, which it was a great tackle, but it was also a strip tackle. Here come the Ricebirds now. First down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sends Bo Barnes in motion out here to block. Taquan Hall runs over one man, runs over another. Look at him breaking tackles all the way down to the Monticello 40.
12 yards for Taquan Hall. Yeah, and Bo Barnes checked in on that last series, Lynn, just to add a little bit of extra blocking out there. And I tell you what, he picked up a good block there. And, yeah, big gain, 12 yards in the first down for the Ricebirds.
And they're going to mark it at the Monticello 40-yard line. 16 seconds to go. Now they start the clock in the third quarter. Ricebirds with the ball. 2 wideouts to the right. Send Bo Barnes in motion out of the backfield. Looking, now getting some pressure, and he's going to have to take a sack at this one. Back at the midfield stripe as the third quarter comes to an end. Ricebirds will have a little work to do when we start the fourth quarter of action, and we'll get started on that in 1 minute.
Love the outdoors? So do we. Plan a trip soon for an outdoor adventure in the Arkansas Delta Byways region. From hiking to biking to water adventures, we've got them all. Bike, jog, or stroll across a big river crossing, the longest public pedestrian bridge across the Mississippi River. Do some fishing or kayaking on Lake Chico, the largest oxbow lake in North America. Head to Craighead Forest Park in Jonesboro for some disc golf, biking, or fishing. To learn more, visit deltabyways.com.
Gear up. It's hunting season and Max Prairie Wings is looking for backup. We're hiring cashiers, sales associates, warehouse associates, customer service, and firearms team members. Be part of the action at America's premier waterfowl outfitter. Apply today in store at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart, Arkansas.
Second down and about 20 to go for the Rice Birds. They see Jackson in motion from the far side.
That's going to be illegal procedure on it.
Second down and 25.
Yep. Yeah. Illegal procedure there on the Rice Birds.
From the 45-yard line of the Rice Birds. Birds moving here in the fourth quarter from the left to the right. Those of you listening on Country 97.3, the Birds in all white with maroon trim, maroon numbers and helmets. The Billies in bright blue, jerseys, pants, and helmets. Back to pass, dumps it out. Got Caden Sims complete, and he's going to get back out, puts the ball on the ground,
he was down.
And they're calling the official right there saying he was down. Moves it out to about the 48-yard line, so still going to be a pretty healthy third down. Coming up, third and 22, it looks like, for the Rice Birds from their own 48-yard line.
If the Birds could pick up about 10 of it here, they probably would be tempted to go for it. But
I agree.
But if they get none here, definitely is going to be a punting situation. You want to punt the Billies back deep here with the 3-score lead.
Here come the Birds, and they quickly trot to the line. One wide out to the left, slot on the right, wide out to the right, back to pass. Getting some pressure now. Fires. He's got Bo Barnes here at the 45. Incomplete. Threw a little bit behind him, but I'll tell you, Kane was getting a ton of pressure.
Yeah, he was. He was. And Barnes was probably going to go down there when he caught it. It would have been a gain of maybe 7 or 8, but well short of the first down. And it brings up a punting situation here. So the Birds can't convert on that turnover, but they do take some more time
off the clock.
Off the clock, and now hopefully you can punt Monticello back deep.
Exactly. Hayden Prine's going to be standing back at his 36-yard line, awaiting the snap. Line of scrimmage is the 48. Bo Barnes is the snapper. Good snap. Puts his foot into it. Boy, and this one is sky high. Oh, man. And the hits, and it's going to take just kind of a nobody's roll there. It started back, and then it started forward, and it's going to be down by the Rice Birds, number 19, Brylan Hogan. At about the 28-yard line, that's where the Monticello Billies will have it. First down and 10 with 10:58 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, a rare sack of Kane Price there really put the Birds behind the sticks there, and they were just unable to get anything going on that drive. But, however, I mean, Billies did have the ball at about midfield, and now they're back at the 28 here. So take some time off the clock and get the field flipped just a little bit.
Exactly, Brent. Here come the Billies. Quarterback is number 12, Hudson Harvey. He's got Acellis standing right behind him. Going to pitch it to Acellis, trying to get the corner on the right side. Does turn the corner, and he's not going to get free from Keaton Byers. Keaton Byers grabs him by the leg and hangs on. Dagan Duncan looks like maybe a cramp. Hopefully that's all it is as he's trotting off. Caden Sims is going to check in, replace him. First down and 10 for the Billies from their own 38-yard line. Ball's in the center of the field here in the fourth quarter. Billies moving from the north to the south, which is the right to the left on your radio dial. They send a man in motion. That's Rawls. Put him in a slot. Fakes to Acellus, fires across the middle. The big man has got it, and he is going to be brought down immediately by Keaton Byers at the midfield stripe.
That's going to be enough for another first down. 11 yards on that one. They're going to take them right into Riceburg territory at the 49.
Jackson Rawls on the reception. You know, he's the one that the coach has been saying that he's going to be a college prospect.
Yep.
He's going to develop into one, and you can certainly see he's got the build, he's got the look.
Yep, he sure does. 10:04 left here. The clock rolling in the fourth quarter. The Ricebirds with a 21-point lead, and Monticello's going to have to take a time. Well, no, I think they're getting their play in here just a little slow.
From the Ricebird 49-yard line, pistol formation. Fires back. Ricebirds almost swatted down. Out on the far sideline on the reception, Jaden Rhodes, number 1. And he's going to have, Brent, what do you say, about 8 yards?
He's going to have looks like about 5 where they have it marked on the near side here. Maybe 6.
Okay. I just don't
Yeah,
have a lot of
6.
Yeah, about 6 yards. From the Ricebird 43-yard line, ball on the far hash mark. Here come the Monticello Billies to the line, 2 wide outs to the left. Single back standing behind the quarterback. Pistol formation, 1 wide out to the right, and there's a whistle before the snap.
Yep, number 1 here, Rhodes, who just made the catch, flinched just a little bit, and that's going to back him up. So he gained about 6 on first down, but
going to get 5 of it back
right,
here, Brent.
That's right, right here. It's going to take it back to second down and 9.
This will move it back to the Ricebird 48-yard line. 9 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this one.
And whatever the Ricebirds do here, even if the Billies go down and score, you have to make them take a lot of time to do it.
Yes. Taking them out of their element here. They like to ground and pound. They send Rawls, line him up on the left, tight end. Acellus takes the pitch, coming to the near side, looking for a seam, and he's got it. He's gone. Acellus is going to finally get into the end zone. I don't see a flag.
No.
And Acellus is going to take it 48 yards for a Monticello score.
What I just get out of my mouth there, we need to make them take a long time to do it. Boy, he takes it one play, 48 yards for the score, 42-27 now, 8:45 left. And I would assume we might be seeing another onside kick here for the Billies. Joseph Acellus with that 48-yard run takes his total up to 234 yards here tonight on the ground.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And the Monticello Billies have cut the Ricebird lead 42-28. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Power plus speed plus exhilaration equals the fabulous English sports car, the Lotus Emira. You want it. You need it. Play this month at Saracen Casino and qualify for the drawing on Saturday, October 25th. Incomparable, captivating, intoxicating. Lotus Emira, the world's best-sounding automobile. It can be yours from Lotus of Nashville and Saracen Casino.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to Hyatt Field in Monticello, where the Monticello Billies have just scored to cut the Ricebird lead to 42-28. 8:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ricebirds expecting an onside kick attempt.
They are.
Getting their hands team up front. A little bit of confusion about that. And I see Coach Brown out here trying to get Caden Sims out there.
Yeah, and they still haven't started the play clock either. Don't know what the officials are waiting on to start the play clock, but
Keaton Byers was lined up on the far sideline. He's going to fill that hole in the center.
Yeah, Keaton Byers and Bo Barnes, Caden Sims are 3 right in the middle of the field.
Dagan Duncan here on the near side.
Yeah, looks like Hayden Prine on the far side.
Jude Park set to kick. And it is an onside kick attempt, and it's going to be fielded very cleanly by the Ricebirds.
Yeah, Hayden
Guess
Prine,
who?
Yeah, Hayden Prine right there on the far side, right about the 40, just over the 45. So the Birds will have it right there. 8:44 left with the 42-28 lead here. Let's see if the Birds can get some more points here, take some time off the clock, and try to finish this game out. Monticello Billies are not going quietly tonight.
They are not. And we saw that quick strike capability, Brent, so you just can't take your foot off the gas with this bunch. Here we go. First down and 10 for the Ricebirds. 2 wide outs to the right. Slot on the left. Going to move Caden and Bo Barnes to the right. Pitch. Taekwon Hall starts right, now cuts it right up into that line. And I'm telling you, there's just not much there when you go right into that meat of that Billy line.
It's not. He's going to have two there, and the Ricebirds are just trying to keep it on the ground and see if they can pick up some first downs here and run that clock. But, boy, there's just not much there at all on the ground tonight. Taekwon Hall, 11 carries, 49 yards.
Here come the Ricebirds now from the center of the field. We'll snap it on that big bright blue M in the center of the field, turf field here. Kane Price looks, fires. Got a man complete, and he drops it right here on the near sideline.
Yeah, Covington Minor that time was just trying to make a move before he secured the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Or third down and about 8, actually.
Yeah. Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. Glad to have you joining us tonight for Stuttgart Ricebird football. It's powered by Petrus in Stuttgart, 3 locations, 19th and Main. For Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings, you'll find Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And then 13th and Park Avenue is Japco for trailers, deer feeders, deer stands, and more. Kane Price takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking. Now he's going to cut it back completely the other way, and he's
still going.
Still going.
He's got
a man standing wide open at the 36. All the way down to the 25.
And he fumbled it. Oh, but they're calling him down. And the ball came out, but the referee said that he was already down. Wow. What a wild play there. Kane Price looked like –
holy cow.
He looked like he was going to be sacked at about the 30, kicked away from that, and then Bray Covington Minor was just standing right there wide open at the 30-yard line. Price found him, and then the Billies hit Minor from behind when he was going down, and the ball came out. But, boy, just a little bit late after he had already hit the ground, and, boy, a big first down.
Huge first down for the Ricebirds. Keeps the drive alive. 7:35 to go, 4th quarter. Birds up by 2 touchdowns. Timeout, Stuttgart. Coach Price wants to talk about it. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
We're able to bring you Stuttgart Ricebird football every Friday night thanks to our great sponsors like Arkansas Senator Ronald Caldwell. Senator Caldwell is a strong supporter of high school athletics and believes in its power to develop our young men and women. Senator Caldwell proudly serves District 10, which includes Arkansas, Jackson, Cross, St. Francis, Lee, Monroe, Woodruff, Prairie, Poinsett, and Lonoke counties. Senator Ronald Caldwell, proud sponsor of Stuttgart Ricebird football.
And we welcome you back to Hyatt Field in Monticello. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you joining us tonight for Stuttgart Ricebird football. 7:32 to go in the 4th quarter. Ricebirds with a 14-point lead and the ball. 1st down and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Hand Taekwon Hall. He's got a little gap in the left side. He sidesteps one man and can't sidestep the second one, but he gets down inside the 15 at about the 12, I believe, Brent.
He's going to have about 12 yards that time, and a fantastic kick-out block by Orrin Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Sprung Hall over the left side. Yes, he is down to the 12.
1st down and 10 for the Ricebirds. Deep in the Billy red zone. Ricebirds just gave up a touchdown to Monticello. Like to get it back right here. Price taking some time off of the play clock. It's at 15, 14, 13. Game clock is at 7 minutes.
You let that clock run all the way down to under 5 before you snap it.
Bo Barnes in motion from the right to the left. Hand off. Taekwon Hall, same play, looking for that same seam. Just not there. Going to be wrestled down. Maybe a gain of 1, Brent, you think?
No, I think they're going to mark him right back at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, no gain on that play. 6:35 and the clock rolling here. Birds have it 2nd and 10 at the 12.
Taking their time. Play clock's at 20.
Yep, I don't
Game clock at 6:24.
Not sure if the Ricebirds will put it in the air here or not. I don't think they will here on 2nd and 10.
Price waiting the snap. Moves Barnes from the right to the left. Quickly fires out in the corner of the end zone. A lot of hands action in the corner, but the ball well overthrown. Incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to catch him off guard there, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to use a little bit of a height advantage there on Horde and pass sailed a little bit far out of bounds. Good coverage there that time by the Billies as well. 3rd down 10.
Here come the Rice Birds from the 12-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Kane Price, quarterback, with number 11, Jeremiah Thomas, standing to his right. Bo Barnes is a slot on the right. Split wide right is Jamarion Horde, number 4. Takes. He's going to keep it, and inside the 10.
Yep, and that should set up a pretty good situation for Dawson McKelvey here for a field goal.
And the Rice Birds are going to send on the field goal team.
With the left-footed kicker on this.
Left-foot soccer-style kicker.
Yeah, on this right hash, it should be nothing more than about a chip shot.
Of course, their goal posts are about a foot out of plumb.
They are. They are not straight. Either that or that chain link fence is off back there.
Waiting on the snap. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It looks good. Is it going to make it into the bed of that F-150? Not quite. Dawson McKelvey, though, stretches the Rice Bird lead to 17. The Birds lead 45-28. Back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
Hi, it's Kim Bethay. Did you know that Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop, serving downtown Stuttgart for nearly 100 years, is more than just a store? We're deeply committed to our community, supporting schools, youth sports, churches, and other organizations year-round. When you choose Coker Hampton, you're not just making a purchase, you're supporting a legacy of community care. Your support at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart strengthens the bond we have with our community. Thank you for making a difference with Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop.
Welcome back to Stuttgart Rice Bird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Don't forget, 3 locations, 2 websites, petrusgm.com. You'll see the Chevrolets and GMCs on 19th and Main, or petrusautosales.com, where you can see the complete inventory of Ford's, Chryslers, Dodge, Jeeps, and Ram. Pre-owned vehicles at both locations as well. Specifications, pricing, and all. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Dawson McKelvey kicks this one off all the way.
Ball's
once
out,
again, the ball is out again.
And the Rice
Birds have it one more time. How about that special teams for the Rice Birds?
Fantastic coverage that time. Number 1, Jaden Rhodes, took the ball out about the 5, tried to take it right up the middle of the field, and he ran into about 4 Rice Birds, and somebody pulled that ball away. And the Rice Birds have it again, back in business at the 19-yard line. Boy, the Rice Birds have got some turnovers tonight, and, boy, they have been huge.
Well, and they've created them, too.
They have.
That's the good thing about that. Here come the Rice Birds right back in the same part of the field. They're on the 19-yard line of the Monticello Billies. Take Taquan Hall, right side, running room. Steps by one, steps by another, inside the 5, all the way down to the 3.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him maybe at the 2. Taquan Hall, nice run there, 17 yards, and I think the life is being sucked right out of the Billies there because, boy, they were moving. They're moving awfully slow down there now.
Here come the Rice Birds, first down and goal to go at the 2-yard line. Kane Price with an empty backfield. Just look for Kane to carry it himself.
Yep.
Nope, he's going to flip it to Taquan Hall. He's got the corner, and he's going to be in the end zone. Easy touchdown for the Rice Birds. Taquan Hall with 4:54 to go. Rice Birds stretch their lead, 51-28.
Taquan Hall on that little shovel pass there. That will go as a pass. Another
touchdown pass.
Another Kane Price touchdown pass. Taquan Hall's 4th touchdown of the night. He has 2 receiving and 2 on the ground tonight. A 1-yard one there. The Rice Birds stretch their lead to 51-28, 4:54 left in this game.
Dawson McKelvey's on to attempt the extra point. Low snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. And the Dawson McKelvey gives the Rice Birds a 52-28 lead over the Monticello Billies with 4:54 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll be back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds on Country 97.3 FM.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and bushels. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Welcome back to Hyde Field in Monticello, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just stretched their lead 52-28 over the Monticello Billies. Dawson McKelvey's kickoff is going. It's going to be fielded inside the 5 and fumbled back into the end zone, so it'll come out as a touchback for the Monticello Billies, and that's where they'll have it here. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Well, and just getting an update here from DeWitt. Helena leads DeWitt 34-32 in the fourth quarter, and they just returned one of DeWitt's onside attempted kicks for a touchdown.
I didn't know you could return one of those.
No, Helena did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
DeWitt was trying to kick it.
Gotcha.
And they kicked it about 10 yards back, and their guy picked it up,
took it
broke
to the
a couple
house.
tackles and took it to the house.
Monticello Billies first down and 10 at their own 20. Take handoff into the line over the right side, and Ricebirds are there. Drag the ball carrier down after a short gain.
I think that's a different running back in there.
I think maybe 24. I just can't get a good
20-something. Turner 23.
Yeah, there you go.
23. Yeah, I was just going to say they probably need to take Acellus out of the ball game.
Yeah.
That is number 23, Keandre Clifton, a 10th grader.
Second down and 7. They're going to give him 3. At least they did on the scoreboard. Brylan Hogan hustles off for the Ricebirds. A lot of movement up front, but no call.
That's a big back there.
Oh, it is, and he's going to lose a yard or two back to about the 21-yard line.
Who was that? Was that?
I tell you, you got some Ricebirds in there that are fired up, including number 58, Caleb Anderson.
That was
28, Caleb Anderson.
Yeah, that was big 38 on the carry there, Caleb Fisher.
DeMarcus Moten is checking in, replacing DeMar McKinney. Ricebirds getting some fresh jerseys in there. That's great.
Absolutely. Yep.
Jeremy Johnson, big number 79, right in the middle of the line. 6'4", 335. He'll plug a hole. Pitch back to number 23 again. A little bit of running room over the right side. He's going to be out. I believe he's going to be short of a first down.
Yeah, just about a yard short maybe.
Once again, brought down by 28, Caleb Anderson.
3:15 left to go. Clock rolling here. The Birds with a comfortable lead here, but I tell you what, it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't.
We didn't think it was going to be easy, and
no.
Boy, it was not easy. Once again, the final score is not going to be indicative of how close this game was tonight, much like the game last week against DeWitt.
Got some fresh jerseys out there, Brent. Number 21, Quaterion Bennett's out there. Number 13, Kipton Carey. Let's see who else we got out there.
And a whole host of Ricebirds in there. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to have about 3 yards. That's number 38 again.
Caven Bryant's in there, number 29. 23 for the Ricebirds. I mentioned Tristan Robinson.
2:30, clock rolling here. So the Ricebirds, and there's number 30.
Yeah, Jacob Eagles checking in. Yep. He's going to replace number 23, Tristan Robinson.
22, Ross Brown checking in as well.
Replacing number 17, Caden Sims. Monticello takes hands off into the line, right into the open arms of number 65, DeMarcus Moten, 5'9", 190-pound lineman for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, he wrapped up the ball carrier there. He's going to have about 3, but that's about it.
Moves the ball out to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go in this one. And the stands are emptying out across the way.
And, hey, how about this? This is the Stuttgart Ricebirds' 3rd homecoming win of the season.
That's exactly right, Brent. Good observation on that. Ricebirds have owned homecoming so far.
Do not schedule the Ricebird for homecoming,
That's
people.
Right. That's right.
They will ruin it for you.
They send a man in motion from the right to the left. Hand off into the line. Bang, boy. Oh, man, let me tell you what. They sent a D9 cat in there, and he's wearing number 79.
Absolutely.
Jeremy Johnson for the Rice Birds.
Boy.
Oh, my goodness.
He took the whole pile and just moved it back about a yard that time, didn't he?
Number 53, Christian Guerrero's in there as well. 22 for the Birds. Of course, you mentioned Ross Brown in there. 3rd down and 6 for the Billies with 1:10 to go. Clock moving here. And a lot of movement on that right side, and going to back the Billies up. 5, legal procedure.
Yeah, about 3 of them moved that time.
It sure did. They looked at the center and said, "What are you doing, man? We're ready to go."
Exactly. 3rd down and 6 here for the Billies. 1:02 left. Rice Birds are going to move to 7-0 on the season.
Number 23 on the carry.
Yeah, he's got
a nice little run.
Yeah,
too.
He's got some speed. Not very big, but boy, he's got some speed. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Caven Bryant was right there to bring him down. Number 29 for the Birds. Kipton Carey up in there. Number 13 playing safety. Stuttgart Ricebird Junior High team fell to Monticello last night, Brent. 28-20. Fought right to the very end. Got what I thought was a bad call, but that's the way it happens sometimes.
Absolutely.
7th grade team stayed undefeated with a 26-16 win over Monticello. Oh, my goodness. Kipton Carey with maybe the hit of the night.
Kipton Carey came out of nowhere, Lynn. Shot out of a cannon, and he took down the ball carrier just short of the 1st down, and the Birds will take over. What a hit! What a hit by Carey, Lynn. I know that he was a good junior high player last year.
Yes, he was.
And I tell you what, I believe next year he's going to make a difference on Friday nights too.
Coach said, "Let's get the play clock started and let's get the game clock going." Come on, guy in a white hat.
We're not going to snap the ball.
Come on, guy in a white hat. There we go. Rice Birds are lining up. They're going to greet the Billies in center field, and the Birds are going to come away with a 52-28 win over the Monticello Billies in a crucial 8-4A conference matchup. Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show is coming your way here shortly. Brent will have the end of the game stats. We'll try to get you some update on scores, and we'll get out of here and head back to Arkansas County and get ready for next week's big matchup with the Warren Lumberjacks. We'll be back at the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show in 3 minutes.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan